Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Not Tremahia. Because in case you couldn't tell, I am not Gil. This is actually going to be our very first Triangle Table Tavern's very first one-shot tonight.
Hey,
so we got
fantastic.
Got the whole crew here, and it's actually cool little tidbit of information. It is taking place on my Facebook friendiversary with our glorious usual DM Gil.
Well, hey!
Well, if that isn't boasting, I don't know what is.
So
yours is coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up, and if I remember correctly, it was yours and who was
Amber.
it? Yeah, yours and Amber. So there we go.
It's
See,
my anniversal. I saw it in passing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, and then I had stuff to do.
it's like we must have liked each other at a party or something like that. So
Weird as that works.
yeah, right. So damn it, stop doing that. I'm gonna talk like that. So back to business. So drink of the night tonight. It is the crappy imp shake. And it is
Does it bring all the boys to the yard?
It does bring all the boys and other things to the yard, so be careful. It was layered before. It has since melted. Some of them are not quite as attractive as others, but don't judge. It's what's inside that counts, and it should taste okay.
Oh,
I haven't tasted it yet, so this is all you guys.
it tastes great.
Delicious.
Quite fruity.
That is very-
Vicarious ingredient.
All right, good. So that's the drink of the night. You might also notice that tonight we have no bits bar to my... Which side is it on
That's
tonight?
it.
That's
That
it.
That side?
Got it.
We have no bits bar to my left. And that is because technically we are not live right now. We're not recording live. However, we are going to be participating live. So we will be in chat. So you know what? If you guys want to throw us some extra love, please do. Feel free. We'll never complain. So,
As you can see right now, I am probably making a joke at this precise moment. You're welcome.
I mean,
I killed myself.
It was okay.
if you don't, the rest of us are about to.
Good.
We're all gonna
Good
be
to see you here in the chat, bud. Fantastic.
It better be a good joke, is all I'm gonna
It really
say.
better be a really good show.
Oh, I know it is. I know him very well.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Guillermo. I appreciate it.
I just
Guillermo.
I just realized, is it? Can you aim that a little bit over here? It's a little hot where we're going, guys. Yeah, it's a little toasty. Oh, that's so much better. But yeah, so I guess are there any other announcements that we want to do? We finally have a full cast with us tonight for the first time in like ages. So welcome back.
yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. I was here last week, but it's good to see everyone again.
Oh.
Fantastic. I will say this. Make sure to check out all the different platforms that Tremahia is on. We have a
That's
Twitter,
right.
we have an Instagram, and we also have a brand new spanking, fancy-looking website.
Website.
On the internet, it has also podcast options for all these amazing little shenanigans that we do on the daily.
Mhm.
So you can totally pretend to be working while you're actually listening to us.
Which is what we do.
Or pretend to listen while you work. We're not picky.
All right, so I guess without any further ado, I guess you guys should all just sit down, get comfy as the Triangle Table Tavern presents its very first one-shot, Hellions. Dun dun dun!
It's gonna get hot
All
and
right.
warm.
Yeah, it's gonna get warm. All right, so here we go, guys. Y'all ready?
That's how it be.
From time immemorial, the archdevil Cain, eldest and mightiest of the demons, has sat upon his throne in the seventh sanctum, ruling over all of hell with an iron fist. Some have tried to take his infernal crown, but none have survived his wrath. But the fearsome Belial, Lord of the sixth sanctum, has begun weaving a plot of his own. Our story begins in the 6th sanctum. It is a fiery hellscape with boiling pits and jagged mountains that spout plumes of smoke and ash into the crimson sky. The acrid stench of sulfur fills the air. A crack of thunder in the distance echoes. And suddenly, the clouds open up. For just a moment, we linger on the silhouette of a dark citadel, stretching high above the landscape, before descending down a deep, steep obsidian staircase as it winds lower and lower into the depths. Here, we find broken chasms and beaten walkways teeming with demon spawn, hellish creatures of all shapes and sizes, abominations from your deepest nightmares.
Thank you.
Fearsome roars and screams of agony carry on the blistering winds all around you as infernal monstrosities rend and tear at each other with sadistic glee. And here is where we find our heroes. Well, not quite here, I suppose. You see that column over there? Behind that column, sitting on crappy little stools at a crappy little table, playing with their crappy little cards. Yes, that is where we find them. Jackie the rogue, Elspeth the warlock, Rusty the bard, Lausian the cleric, and little Lenore the creepy dead girl. These are our one-witting chosen ones, the unlikely heroes of our tale. These are the crappy imps.
I want to leave. I feel like this was a trap.
Yes, it was, and you all fell right into it. All right, so does that work on the map cam? That looks okay? All right.
God. First of all.
Oh, that is yes.
Amazing.
Well done. You're gunning for my job. I feel
All right,
that.
now if you do it one
please,
more time,
I can't do this
I'm
every week.
gonna listen this time, so just one more time.
All characters except for Jackie. But anyway, so first things first, guys. Let's give you viewers a little info about this campaign. So these are the crappy imps. So I'll just kind of read this as a description to all you guys. You're all crappy imps. You're not special imps. You're not normal imps, and you are certainly not powerful imps. But crappy imps. Maybe the crappiest. You are the lowest of the low. All right, the literal bottom of the proverbial totem pole. If hell had a cafeteria, you would eat after the lawyers, and you would still probably have to find your own spot in the corner before some bigger, stronger, better imp took your food. You have crappy little wings that you can't even fly with, and you have crappy little horns that are really more akin to nubbins than anything else.
They are just as good as regular sized horns, I assure you.
About accurate to size right there. And last but not least, the adjective used to describe all of you guys is probably bumbling. You all get this nifty little feature that everyone should try not to let anyone else forget about. It is called Bumbling Buffoon. Anytime you roll a nat 1 or a nat 20, you have to flip a coin, which is this. Did somebody literally take my coin? Oh, thank God. I was like, which one of you sons? Damn it, Jackie.
I did think about it.
He's not here tonight.
It was not good gold, so I decided to leave it where it was.
But we have got a lovely little quarter here, as you can see. It is a heads and a tails. The tails is normal. The heads is George Washington with a little mustache and goatee. So every time you guys roll a nat 1 or a nat 20, you have to flip the coin. If the coin lands on tails, the result stays. If it lands on heads, you switch. So, could lead to some interesting things. Also, on that same note, if you get knocked out, any time that you're about to get KO'd, you get to flip the coin. If it lands on tails, your ass gets knocked out, just like any other day. But if you land on heads, you somehow manage to squeak to life with 1 hit point, fully conscious. This is probably the only way you guys are going to survive tonight. So, that being said, I think that's really it. I don't know if the viewers can see the lovely portraits that are going to be coming up in a few minutes, but as you look at them, just remember, keep it in the back of your mind that these are all self-portraits for the most part. Almost everyone drew their own, except for a certain smooth-talking rogue who conned the mod into doing it for him, but he can sing, so he can get away with it. So,
no one.
yeah, so, you know what? I think as we start, we see all of these little imps. We're gonna get you guys around that little table, playing your little crappy game of poker. So why don't you guys just put yourselves down there?
I think somebody's missing a chair.
Somebody might be missing a chair. Oh yeah, that's right. Jackie was last minute. As per usual.
I'm feeling a lot of shade coming from your side of the table.
It's because you're dressed in the same colors as me.
I did on purpose.
But anyway, so yes, so you imps are sitting around this lovely little crappy table playing with your crappy little cards. Let's start over here with Guillermo. So Guillermo, tell us a little bit about Jackie Cutter.
Wait. You mean to tell me that you don't know who Jackie Cutter is?
Sorry, I must have said something wrong. I apologize. Please, Jackie, enlighten everyone else.
Well, I can tell you one thing. He is the creme de la creme. The top of the line, the cat's pajamas, and the very epitome of scum and class. Came out of nowhere with a glimmer in my fucking grin like the gold in your purse, sir. I can tell you one thing, and I'll tell you it again, but there are many a con that I have pulled off and left away with heavy pockets with other investments soon to follow. So, people usually call me Cutter for two reasons. It's because I like to cut throats and I like to cut deals. Not necessarily in that order, depends on how lucky you are that day. So, if whatever you're going to tell me has anything else to do that doesn't have to end with cha-ching, I don't really want to hear it. So, why don't you just cut the shit, lay me out the deal.
All right, in that case, Jackie Cutter, we will cut you off there. So, Elspeth, you are sitting next to Jackie. What is your deal?
Hack is all. I will take hell for hack.
And there you have it, folks. Yes, our warlock is a little off her game. I'm just kidding, but she has lost her marbles. So, all right. You know what? Actually, this reminds me of something. This is terrible.
compels you.
It's terrible that it reminds me of something. But no, I forgot before Jackie got cut off. I forgot to do a little something that I had planned. So you're gonna hear a couple little 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, sorry, I'm having to math. You all know how hard that is.
We do.
And if you post that clip, you're not gonna make it through the rest of this session.
Well, if I'm not gonna do it, I might as well have him go ahead and do it.
All right, so Jackie,
Like the-
you guys are crappy imps. You really haven't had many successful missions. But what you have done is you have scavenged. You have scavenged the shit out of everything you ever possibly could. Jackie, in your pocket, you have someone else's used toothbrush and a dead fish. Okay. Elspeth, you have a rusty spoon and a bar of soap with one curly hair. I apologize in advance.
That is the question.
Oh boy. All right. So, with that glorious piece of information, how about you, Rusty? Rusty, I think you remind me of somebody. You remind me of something. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Is it because of, I may be a certain voice that you may have played a while back? I don't know. You see, my name is Rusty, and I'm a pretty good bard. This trombone here, a little broken, but play some pretty good tunes. And, you know, I just get around town. And,
That you do, Rusty.
I bet you do too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh God. Oh, what
Keep the
have I
trombone to yourself.
created? All right. So, Rusty,
Lay it on me. What do I get?
you have a fake mustache
Oh, hell yes.
and a really old meatball.
And a really real mustache.
In the real one.
All right.
And I
Okay.
wear them both proudly.
yeah.
Man, I really wish you picked it up then. I saw you looking at it earlier. Ooh!
All right. Now, Lausian. Lucian?
Lausian.
Lausian. Oh, wow. Oh, he's a scary one.
It's not that hard, really. I suppose you have to be some kind of a cleric to be able to pronounce it. Anyways.
That sounded a little bit high and mighty.
First of all, let me say, I resent the word crappy. And also, I want to correct you on a couple of points. Number one, you said we're not special. I would like to correct you. I am indeed special.
Did your mother tell you that?
My mother and my father, God rest their souls, are probably dead.
And probably here.
God.
However, the reason why they left me with the elves is obviously because I was born for hire.
Oh, yeah.
Not born for hire to hire me, but for hire things.
Oh.
And
yeah.
if you're asking me why I'm trundling around with this group of bandits, is basically because they need my guidance. They're lost without me.
That one I might concur.
Me
Okay.
and-
Guide is a strong word.
Me
but,
and-
Also, God is a strong word too.
Yeah, be careful when you see that down here. A little dangerous territory.
Well, I'm not ashamed of my god, the deity Celestian, the god of stars and wonders, who has seen me through till now, and he will help all of us get out of this, whatever this place is.
I'm sure that he can hear you right from where you are down here.
That's fine. I'm not
serves
afraid,
pack.
and I'm not ashamed.
All right. Well, Lausian.
Yes,
Lausian.
Lausian,
Yes.
yes.
Like the law.
Yes,
Of
you.
which I hate, but
Noble, sir, you. In your bags, you have cabbage and someone else's dirty sock.
you know, it would have been actually pretty nice to have cabbage. I imagine the food here is not the top of the line, not top notch.
Oh God.
You have to be careful with cabbage down here because of, the gas in the fire.
Yeah. All right. So, last but not least, over here, you look a little different than I was expecting. Lenore, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, my name is Little Lenore. My name is Lenore, but that's what they call me. My hobbies include animals, and dead things, and dead animals, and making friends. Sometimes with dead animals. And that's all.
That was inspiring. Thank you, Lenore. That was,
We'll keep her. I like her,
Yeah, the smell you're smelling is the sofa in the room, not my pants.
All right.
Lord.
Or my meatball.
Oh, it's his meat.
It could be a couple things.
What do I have?
So, in your pouch, Lenore, I apologize, you have a mesh thong.
Fuck. I really don't like this game. This is dangerous.
And you
Disgusting.
have a pet rock.
Friend.
Maybe your only friend. So use that guy.
Lots of friends.
All right. So there we go. That's
The fact that all these objects are in hell is telling, you know?
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Be careful what you do, kids. So all right. So now that we have that, let's describe this. So you guys are playing poker, right? You're sitting around this little table. What are you guys betting? I want everybody to roll. Everybody roll a d20. Everybody roll a d20. Don't tell me what it is. Keep it covered. Keep it hidden. All right. All right. Jackie, what are you betting?
Who's asking?
God.
Well, I have something for yous than I do, and I slam that I imagine is quite a medium-sized dead fish out of my pocket onto the table, and I go right there to you, sir.
Beautiful. And
Oh,
by
man.
God, I mean the rest of the imps. So just throwing that out
I
there.
was thinking about it.
Elspeth.
I got a 1.
I wish I could pat you on the head
Yeah.
right now, but I'm a little afraid to.
What are you putting up for stakes?
Yeah. No, you know what? She's good.
Where are steaks?
Yeah. No, she's good.
I got a meatball.
Elspeth is hungry. Where are steaks?
There's stakes just over there by that broken corner. That way.
All right, Mr. Rusty Trombone.
I produced the fake mustache off my real mustache. And I say, Just letting you know. Putting this down.
Rusty, I would not trust anything that has lived on your lip for longer than maybe potentially 0.3 seconds, so you can keep that one. Well, you know, you can put on the fish. That might actually be kind of funny.
Oh, you know what? Let me. Yeah.
As Rusty then begins to put the fake mustache on the dead fish, Lausian, are you even partaking? I mean, I feel like you're high and mighty. I'm sorry, that was meant as a compliment. You're high and mighty.
That means I'm an excellent card player.
Excellent. All right. What are you throwing down?
I'm going to.
Book of God.
No. I'm going to put in a beautifully pink and white swirly colored potion.
Ooh.
And what perchance would that effervescent looking concoction be?
If you win it, I'll tell you.
I like you. And you're with the law, you say? Well, that's just your name. I'm gonna call you Law. Law, is that good for you?
Law?
That's fine.
Great.
All right. It suffices. All right. And little Lenore, do you know how to play poker? You should probably put something in anyway.
If you want to win that dead fish, there's only one way to do it.
I don't really have anything, but I'll share some of my friends later with anyone that wants them.
Well, there's a prize.
I don't. You got nothing in those pockets of yours?
Okay.
Not a single thing.
Pull out the thong.
I am sorry I asked.
She has a face mask.
Yes, it is another type of fake mustache. If you'd like to win this bet, that could be all yours.
Well, this too?
I have
Why
a
not?
spoon. Can we trade?
This is just becoming a bartering system. This isn't really a game, though, is it?
Well, yeah. This is a little
Oh my
different.
God.
Oh. We don't know who wore the mesh thong, which is
They
important.
smell lovely.
Oh. All right. So let's go around. Let's start revealing our hands. Let's see. What's Jackie? What's your hand over there?
I got a 1.
Excellent. All right.
Is this where we do the flipping the coin?
This is one. This is a little. Yeah. This is
My hand.
5.
My hand. You asked for my hand.
Oh God. What did you see? What was the number that you saw?
1.
So 2 1s. Oh God, Rusty.
I got a 2. Both of them added up. I mean, I'm so far in my head. Is what I'm saying.
I got a 9. I told you I was an excellent player.
Wow.
10!
Oh.
Did I win?
Wow. Little Lenore somehow manages to come away with it, even though she doesn't really know how she does it.
She didn't even bet.
She's counting cards.
Yeah.
Alright.
As you
Fine,
go
just take
to,
the dead fish.
as you grab the dead fish, Guillermo.
I take the potion.
No!
Darling, I don't know about you, but I'm sitting next to 2 very looking diseased people. I'm gonna need this for later. Now, if you have a problem with that, you can see me in my office, but until then, I will put this right here.
As this is happening, I want everybody to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw as you hear.
Can I have the coin? Got a 20.
Damn.
All right, time to flip that coin. Remember, if it's a head,
Heads it.
flips.
Changes.
Yep.
Alright.
Heads is
You're
fun.
about to roll it.
Jesus.
Oh, it's heads.
Yeah. So, Nat fail. What did everybody else get?
5.
I actually also got a 5.
5.
Wait.
Rusty.
19.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Wait. 4.
Oh my god.
And Lausian.
Oh, that's right. Cause.
4.
All right. So,
Oh, yeah.
I think Rusty, you're the only one with quick reflexes here. You see it coming, and you grab your trombone and you sidestep as a massive boulder comes hurtling from over the ridge and slams down right onto your table. All the rest of you guys are flat on your asses. It is all of your stuff is gone everywhere. Your cards are flying. It's some craziness going on right now.
Did the potion fall out of his vest?
And make a dexterity save. One more. Let's
Okay,
see.
just put it into my. I did actually.
All right.
I went ahead and business.
It's nice and secure, and you guys hear over the over the ridge. You hear this Goristro, and he pokes his head over just to see the havoc that he has wrought. This is another day in the. He looks at you and kind of creeps out of the view. This is kind of a day in your lives, guys. You get picked on literally every day. It's a struggle. You get picked on by the big ones, the little ones. They take your stuff, they break your things. They treat you like crap. So, you start to pick up your cards. If you guys had items, you know, you can try and pull them out of the dirt. It's,
My fake mustache.
it's survived, you know, but unfortunately your card game has been kind of wrecked. But it's about this point in time that you hear a strange sound. It's the sound of a flutter, a very faint of wings somewhere. You look around and you guys are trying to figure out, no, Rusty, it's not yours. Good try though.
Oh.
You guys are looking around and you're trying to pinpoint it. And that's when all of a sudden, kind of another imp pops out of you, standing right on top of that nifty little boulder that has just wrecked your table.
Hello?
You the cause of this fucking boulder? You ruined our card game.
Who are you?
I want you to roll a history check.
Wait a minute. Steve? No.
9.
9.
Yeah.
You actually recognize this guy just a little bit. His horns are a little bit extra curly. You recognize this as Sprinkles. This is Sprinkles the Imp. He is the secretary of Belial himself. This is his little messenger. This guy is big potatoes. And he kind of clears his throat as he sits on his rock and kind of... All right, look. I don't really want to be here. I don't want to be talking to you guys. I don't even want to be seen with you guys. But I got sent here on a mission from the big guy. His Majesty, Belial himself.
But who?
He looks at you. Belial?
Yeah, Beguile, apparently, yeah. I'm also beguiling too. Anyways, continue with what you're saying.
You guys better watch him, because he might not make it through the rest of the game. Anyway, the big man sent me to tell you guys that you're being summoned. He expects you to make it to his chambers. He wants a meeting. I don't know why, don't ask me why, don't ask me anything. I just want to get the hell out of here, so... Unless you guys got something important to do, you guys better get a move on. But don't tell anyone. If you guys tell anyone, you're gonna die. If you talk back to the big guy, you're gonna die. If you act stupid in any way, you're gonna die.
Well, I guess we're not going then. I mean,
Thank you,
Can we take
Sprinkles.
hell?
We will not disappoint you.
Yeah, whatever.
Does this mean we take hell?
Yeah, sure.
This
And he-
means
We take hell for hack.
this means this is it. This is our destiny. We've been summoned.
Yes.
For our higher selves to
We're
come
summoned
forward.
to take hell.
The big man himself needs our help. Do you know what this means? This is an opportunity for all of us
Whoa,
to go
whoa.
down in the history books.
Wait a minute.
Let's
Darling,
go.
did you just say,
Let's go take hell.
opportunity?
Yes.
What kind of opportunity is in it for us then, huh? What do you think?
Well, we'll be famous,
Famous.
It's from the big guy
And-
himself, you know.
revered,
Revered, you said.
and
People who want to be our friends?
yes.
Yeah, your
yes.
friends are good, but, like, anything that, you know...
They'll
a
shower
friend that
you
can-
with gifts,
Oh,
Jack.
great.
Yes.
That is not... Yeah, yes,
We
okay,
get to
that's fine.
destroy and corrupt.
We're
No,
gonna find you a
he's
nice
just
masseuse
doing
to ease out the shoulders. They're really high up to the ears. You need to calm down just a bit, darling, okay?
And perhaps maybe not talk at all, you know,
Yes,
not like at
sprinkles,
all.
sprinkles.
Like to the big guy, no
Yeah.
talking.
If he talks to me, I'm gonna talk back to him. But I will tell you this: did the Emperor leave?
Oh no, he's standing there. He's looking at you guys with like a cocked eyebrow. Just
Little
the...
Lenore keeps taking little baby steps closer to him.
And then I distract him with while she does that.
Okay, go ahead and make
There
a
you go.
performance check.
Okay. Well, all right.
This is okay.
don't know what you're gonna do, but I was already gonna talk to him anyway, so there you go.
This isn't Trixie. She just wants to stand closer to him.
Oh, okay. It's an 8.
That's
so,
an 8, yeah.
Essentially, you're telling us not to tell anybody, you're telling us not to act stupid. Now, I can only promise one of those two things, and that is, I do know the... What is the word here? The wise man once said that stitches go in snitches, or they end up in ditches. They do?
Yeah,
They get
Oh.
ditches.
Anyways, there will be no snitches here.
We are trustworthy, oh great Sprinkles.
Sprinkles notices Lenore and takes like a small step away.
All right. Well, keep it up then.
How should we get there?
You don't know how to get there?
I mean, we can follow you, huh?
Yes.
Are you kidding? I'm not gonna be caught dead with yous.
Your name is Sprinkles. The least we could do is maybe up your...
Sprinkles
Red.
is going to flutter down in front of you, and he stands a solid like head and a half taller than you as an imp, with
Okay.
these majestic wings and big horns.
Oh, you're quite tall. I did not realize that was the size from up there.
You got a problem with my name?
No, it's very sweet. I enjoy your name.
That's what I thought. Because if you didn't, I'd make your face look like your ass and your ass look like your face.
Well, I do have a very pretty ass, so that would not be not too bad of a situation.
You almost see Sprinkles' brain just...
No, I'm not gonna lead you there. All you have to do is find the obsidian staircase. Literally, that's all you gotta do. You've been living here for how long?
We will not fail you.
Better not.
That was not the answer to this question, but okay.
and he is going to kind of...
Okay, whatever, I'm out.
And he gonna...
Question to the DM.
Yes.
We are denizens of hell.
Yes.
Okay, I thought we were in.
No.
Alright.
Yeah, no, you are
So
denizens.
I would understand the hierarchy here.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
So there is... I was gonna say,
I understand it.
So there
that's why I
is a
don't give
very
fuck.
distinctive hierarchy, and anything else in hell is above you. So just remember that. But you guys have been summoned by the big man himself.
We're on our way up.
You guys are...
And we're singing.
You got a dreamer. You've got a dreamer here, and by God, this is your chance. Now, just have to see if anybody remembers how the hell to get to the obsidian staircase. So
That's my problem.
I want anybody who wants to go ahead and roll either a survival check to actually physically track yourselves back, or you can roll a history check to see if you can remember where it's found.
In these rolls.
10. 16.
16.
Wow.
12. All right. So 12, 16,
No, there's no way.
10. All right. And a no.
Well, an 8. No, 9. A 9.
Okay. All right. Well, the 12 and the 16, were you survival or history?
History.
History and
History.
history. All right. So you're pretty sure Lassian's pretty sure he has been dreaming of I apologize. Sorry. It just slips out.
Way to get your face knocked in.
He has been dreaming of this day for I don't even know how long. This is the ticket. So you have planned this route for God knows how long. And truth be told, Elspeth, this is fun. You have a lot more up here than people realize. This is a chance for untold destruction.
Staircase means destruction.
And so, with that, you guys actually start on your way to the obsidian staircase. This is probably the furthest that you guys have ventured out in a very, very long time. You're beyond the safety of your little cavern. And as you step out, you're surrounded by all of these demons. Huge, some small, some kind of medium-sized. But a whole manner of them, just monstrous, powerful things that you guys have been in awe of for such a long time. And they're all walking around you. None of them seem to have noticed you particularly yet. And as Lassian and Elspeth start to guide you along this journey, you guys are relatively cautious. You know, when you see the real big ones stomping by, you kind of try and keep to the side, give them some wide berth, and not get stepped on.
And I go, loud I go, hey, walking here!
I hold my holy symbol up high in front of me, just as kind of like a.
And I look
That's a good
towards-
idea.
Yeah. Hey, Rusty, can I talk to you for just a second? Could you tell me why exactly that we have a leader holding a holy symbol
That's
and
what
the
I'm-
other
that's
one
what I
who
was
doesn't
thinking
even
about.
know anything besides the word heck leading us these upstairs stairs?
Look, I'm gonna trust it, you know, because it's not my place to like question it. They know more than us, so let's go with it for a little bit. Maybe once we get to Belial, we'll probably switch the seating arrangement.
Rusty, I think I just found a very huge flaw in your character, and that
What's
is
that?
you trust very easy. Noted.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my innate spellcasting ability and cast non-detection on myself,
Oh, all right.
just because.
Non-detection. All right.
Okay.
Now, non-detection. Wait a second. Is that part of the imps,
That is
or is that warlock?
we were using our the abilities that we chose that were other things.
You mean your race?
Yeah.
Racial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. Okay, gotcha.
Other
The
things?
racials.
The
Okay.
other thing, yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad to
Yeah.
say racial. It's just bad to say racist. You know?
So,
racist
little
ability.
outside info
Abilities.
for everyone
Stick
playing
to
at
the
home.
abilities.
Little
You know,
outside
that's
info here.
funny when you're away.
Basically, the imps
Hilarious.
all knew that they were going to be imps, but the imps also know that they're crappy. They dream of being bigger, better, other things, and so they all picked races from the actual player's handbook or the monster's manual, and that is where they got some of their traits from. So if they do things like
So
that, that's where it
Elspeth
came from.
imagines herself as a deep gnome.
Yes, that's probably
Interesting thing to imagine.
yeah, that is an interesting thing to picture right now. But anyway, I want everybody to roll a d20 and give me the numbers going from left to right.
5.
5.
2.
Oh my god, you guys are rolling so bad. It's great.
15.
15.
15.
15. 6. All right, so we got a 5, a 6, and a 2. All right, so,
My holy symbol is not doing me wrong.
You should probably just lower that just a bit.
okay.
Do you have like a handkerchief you can put on top?
I don't give anyone any of my things.
So, who rolled the 6? All right, so little Lenore, as you're walking by, you're following the other imps, and you're just so awestruck by these huge potential friends that you could be making. And you're looking up and you're looking around, and you are so distracted that you don't see another big one coming in for a landing right about where you're standing. I want you to make a dex save.
Tech deck
A
save.
tech deck save.
Well,
You have to roll it on a skateboard.
Yeah. See if we can save it.
13.
13. You just managed to kind of step out of the way just enough as a giant one
It's okay, it's okay.
kind of looks down, acknowledges you,
Wow, that's pretty nice of him. He acknowledged you.
and goes on his way. Yeah, that's surprising. That's the most acknowledgement you've gotten in a long time. And who got the 2? That was you? All right. So, as you are walking by and just totally focused on the thought of chaos and destruction and being able to just do everything that you can for heck, all of a sudden, another little imp seems to stick its foot out just far enough, just in front of you where you're walking. Make a strength save.
6.
Excellent. And with that, heck, you take no physical damage. Or heck, Elspeth, you take no physical damage. Just pride damage as you fall flat on your face in front of all of these other demons that now, for whatever reason, have suddenly turned to look at you face plant in the dirt.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna whip around and look this guy in the eye. And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Ooh boy! All right, roll to hit.
It's another
That's
imp, yeah?
It's another imp. It's slightly bigger than you guys.
This is
Talked
D20,
about
right?
a
This
little
is
bit.
D20. Yeah.
No, flip that
20.
coin.
Ah, it's a coin. All right, flip that coin.
Never
If
been
it's a head.
Jeez.
Going everywhere.
Oh god, my eye!
So
Tail.
It's a tails.
So is that a nat 20?
That
Yeah.
is a nat 20.
Wow!
Yeah.
In a sudden surge of something that you guys just never really thought possible, You watch Elspeth as she extends her hand, and all of a sudden, like a surge of this dark electrical energy just shoots out, and you watch this imp standing in front of you get blasted in the chest and flutter backwards a solid, like, 5 feet.
I'm just gonna keep it out there.
Oh, you're just gonna. All right, the imp now getting kind of like dog collar shocked is gonna kind of start. God damn it! Stop it! Stop it! And he's gonna go to flutter away. And once he gets past the 30-foot mark, he kind of looks at you and he flips you off, says a couple rude things to you, but he actually.
I'll have you.
Yeah, Hackle has yous.
He looks a little scorched. And he flutters off into the distance, and he actually deterred a nymph. This is a big thing. He just kicked some ass. So, you guys are now making your way up the hellish stairway, and this stairway is a winding, curving, twisting spiral up hundreds and hundreds of feet, all carved straight out of obsidian. And this is basically just like a single walkway. It's not super wide, and off to the side is just this almost bottomless seeming pit, just from where you can kind of see the glow of boiling magma down below. No rails or anything like that, and demons just constantly pushing their way past each other on their way up. I want everybody roll a Constitution saving throw. This one is in case you guys noticed, we've got someone with a what, minus 3 Constitution?
Interesting twist to put that.
All right, so a 13.
7.
12.
13 as well.
13?
Huh.
7.
Unlucky
7.
13.
All right, so the 3 of you guys emerge to the top of this horrific, like, winding stairway. And
It's my holy symbol.
dragging behind you guys, kind of being pulled by all 3 of them, come Rusty and Elspeth as they're completely exhausted, just getting dragged up the last couple steps.
I'll climb this for Hack.
Why you go out?
Ooh, a lot for this man. Is he, what is your father? Is he a lover?
All
Is he a deity?
He is your father and your lover?
Oh,
That is quite disturbing.
He must be a god.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
As you say God, you just hear God, God, God.
Shut up! I hope he is. I hope that's what that is. Did Hack here tell you how to give a wise guy what for? That is quite impressive. Do I get to meet this Hack? I would like to.
Everyone will meet Hack
Oh, good, fantastic. When does that happen?
when the time is right.
Well, it's very vague. Okay.
All right. Now that the DM has cooled off a little bit, and now that you guys have all reached the top of this stairway, you see before you that same citadel that we opened on in the beginning, carved out of the same black obsidian stone, jagged peaks kind of jutting their way up into the sky, this crimson, dark, clouded sky. You start to feel just this little pitter-patter of rain, which here, it's always acid rain. You guys are used to it. It's you catch a little on your tongue. It kind of numbs your tongue a little bit. Yeah.
Spice.
But you hear another crack of thunder, and before you stands the great citadel. This is where Belial resides. You've never been here before. You've only seen it as you've passed over like various hills and things, and in the past while running from other demons. Today, this is Valhalla. This is it for you guys.
We have reached it, everybody. We have reached Shangri-La, and the day that we, this noble 5 of us, finally get our names known.
Chaos will reign.
And that it will. I believe it already is.
Do you stab your dead fish?
I do not. She would have dead fish.
I'm gonna make my way stealthily and maybe nibble a little bit. I want to freshen up my breath.
Let's do a sleight of mouth check. Let's do a sleight of mouth.
Hey, that's a natural 1.
Hey, time to roll that.
Hey, all right.
Hey, bumbling buffoons.
Bumbling buffoon. Let's see if it.
Tails.
Tails. Okay.
Tails.
All right. So it stays. So all of a sudden, Lenore, you're standing there looking at this great black citadel, and all of a sudden you feel a chomp on your hand.
On my hand?
Yeah.
Do you say that to him? On my hand? Like, that's my fucking hand!
Just smack him with the dead fish.
With the dead fish. Excellent.
Everybody,
And,
let's not bicker amongst ourselves. This is a big moment. Let's group together.
I agree.
Drop
I concur
the
with
magic
that.
And
wand.
ask Celestian for guidance for us.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the problem. I don't know if you know exactly where we are. I thought that maybe the cavalcade of demons and the enormous amount of hellfire around you would kind of tip you off that we are not in a place where the word God will be something that people would like to listen to. So,
It's not for other people to listen to, it's to guide us into greatness.
well, it's one of them. Anyway, so, okay. My point is, we're about to go and talk to this guy, Belial. We all know him, we all love him, right? He might be able to get us to the tippy top of reputation, a little thing we like to call street cred. Now, if you start talking about some other god that you praise more than him, he might not take too kindly to it. Do you understand what I'm saying there, darling?
I understand.
Fantastic. Now, I would also recommend, let's try to keep a little bit of a cool. Notice that when you wear sprinkles, you are quick
Very
to
cool. I believe that you are quick-tempered.
Again, hell. People like to banter. People don't. I don't know if anyone else knows this. Elspeth. When you are too ready to give service here in hell, they will take advantage. You gotta be a little sly.
What's that?
Well,
Advantage? Colin, I don't need to tell you.
It's when you
just
roll
out
2d20.
If I'm not careful with you, you might take advantage of me. So here's the thing. We're already in hell, but I still won't deal
well,
with that.
I think because I am the highest born here probably. So I think that I should talk to him because I will be able
I
to
feel
bring
that.
the correct reverential tone. Because if you banter with him too much, he might not allow us to take the mission.
Fair
a
enough.
crack of thunder echoes through the sky. It was a
Is that a good way to get scared?
But yes, crack of thunder echoes through the chasms, and the rain begins to pour down a little harder. You feel it starting to sting your flesh.
How heavy are
Little
you?
Lenore
How big-
starts her shuffle
I
prance
am
into
3
the
feet
citadel.
All right,
So I don't
so
imagine I'm that heavy.
Lenore starts her way towards the.
I see that, and I'm gonna walk over there too.
I'm
Right.
gonna kind of amble over there as well.
Is
But
there-
the point is, we shouldn't be too readily available, okay? That's all I'm saying as we run into the building.
All right, as you guys kind of like try and cover
Is
yourselves
there
in
like
the
a
wings.
giant door knocker?
No.
He's just
No.
another imp.
It's basically.
You see he's like pull his tail.
I love it. Oh, God. Well played.
We are not the lowest on the totem pole. That guy is.
That
I'm
guy
saying.
must have pissed him off.
But you know what? I've seen this motherfucker before. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Just yank the shit out of it.
But yeah, it's a big archway. It's a big archway, and on either side of the archway appears to be two giant statues of what you guys know are pit fiends. These things are huge. They're deadly. It's like that Balrog in Lord of the Rings. That shit. Two big, like, statuesque versions of that sitting on the outside with arms at the ready, deathly still.
It's a very nice likeness of my wife.
Listen, you guys, I've seen this before. This is what we have to do. We have to walk through with absolute courage in our hearts. Because they will stare at each other. But if we have the smallest little bit of doubt, then their gaze will break and everything will fall apart.
Oh my goodness. Do you mean it?
Yes.
Well, no one is braver than you, Law. You have to
Right.
go in first.
I
I'm
will.
taking my trombone.
I shall. I will hold the holy symbol and Celestial will guide us through.
As you
Okay,
pull out the
by all
holy-
means.
As
do,
you pull
please.
out the holy symbol, one of the statue's heads turns
And I
to
hide.
look at it.
I immediately hide. I am hiding now.
It's not a statue, you realize. It is a full. It is a fully armored. This is like the Legion plate male wearing pit fiends. This is the highest echelon of any sort of demon that you've seen in here. Staring at you.
I prestidigitate her holy symbol to look like a dick. like a dildo. It's gonna be a dildo.
The holy symbol.
Roll a performance. Roll a performance.
Do I have to?
Yes, I want you to roll a performance to see.
Can I do anything about it?
No, you cannot.
Question
That
of the
is-
night, do I have to?
Does the amulet have consent? That's what we want
It's
to
an
know.
18. It's an 18.
It's an 18.
They're gonna think it's funny if you're holding
It's
a dildo
gonna
as
be
opposed
this
to.
I was about to say.
massive,
So that was going to be the
Oh my
degree,
God.
the degree of dick. This is
degree
a
of dick.
big.
Wow,
table.
you really went there, didn't you?
18,
Jeez.
like 18 18 inches. There we go. 18 inches, just kind of curling over at the tip, and and you see the pit fiend with just.
Hold it down like that.
Hey.
Yeah, look at that. She got a charm that she does. That's what's
The pit
Impressive.
fiend looks down, and you see just the
drag.
faintest crack of a grin as it turns its eyes back towards staring straight ahead.
And I walk over to you and I go, did you hear what the fuck I said outside?
I heard you, but we needed something.
Listen, that is temporary. And I do that, and it changes back. I go, but I will keep it permanent next time. If I pull that out again, we are going to die. Do you understand me? And I do not want to die to...
I feel like there's
Only-
that's what she said.
Only a glimmer of disappointment flickered over my face. That dildo left my head.
All right, so you guys have entered now the
I'm
corridor.
gonna kind of pull up my arcane focus, which is a dead toad, and I'm just gonna kind of hold it, just in case.
I'm gonna take a bite out of the meat.
The meatball? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
like
about what you
Banaka.
get.
It's
Yeah,
like a little bit-
you weren't 100% sure at first. It was like a little questionable, but then you're like, yeah, it's better than what I usually eat. So, all right,
put
you
the
guys.
rest back in, but oh shit, that's
I
good.
don't think you needed that, Rusty. Your breath was already terrible. Your trombone is literally all made of rust.
I go over to him and I just,
Ooh. What is your constitution?
Like in total?
Yeah, total.
You're
Well,
going to get
12.
drunk off of his
You're
breath.
you're able to withstand it, but it's powerful.
And then I look at him and I go,
eh.
do it again, and that trombone will be securely in one orifice I choose.
You play better though.
And with that, you guys are walking down this corridor. You're inside the citadel. And as you're going through, you're starting to notice that the ceilings and the walls all around you are this same black stone. This citadel, you're starting to realize, has been carved straight out of the mountain. It is literally the peak of this mountain. And all through these corridors, you see these glowing, beautiful but terrifying infernal runes kind of all over the walls. These massive pillars and columns just jut up, holding the ceiling aloft. And between each of these pillars, you see another pair of the statuesque pit fiends standing watch all down this corridor.
I hold Lausian's arms down, making sure
Yeah.
he does not produce the big purple dildo.
Yeah. And I look at her.
Fortunately, it's back.
Right.
It only lasts 6 seconds,
I know.
but
Yeah.
it is fortunately.
Typical.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why.
all
That's
I
why.
need.
That's why I'm holding his arms down.
But
see.
bump.
I
You
don't
had
want
a lot of
those.
experience with purple dicks.
Oh god.
6 seconds.
Waiting for the twitch of the muscles to. You know, no.
Just getting ready.
No,
All
no,
right.
no.
So holding to make sure nothing happens.
Lenore, would you like to lead the way? You seem to have the most sense out of the majority of these bumbling buffoons that we have here in this party. Please, by all
Do her
means.
prance shuffle.
All right. And little
by
Lenore,
yourself.
are you dragging the dead fish at this point, or just kind of holding it in your
How
hand?
big is the dead fish?
That's a good
It's, I
question.
mean,
The same?
you're the smallest of the group.
Roll the 20.
So yeah, you're the. You know what? Yeah, roll a d20 here. Well, let's do
I
this.
will let
Let's
you know
play
how
this bad
large
boy.
the thing that you hold in your hand is. That is just by itself as a 14.
That's a 14.
That's
That's
a
a pretty
14-pound
big
largemouth
ass.
bastard.
dragging a
Pretty
little bit
big,
off
yeah,
the ground.
it's like
14.
it's-
Leaving a little blood trail.
yeah,
it's
the
fine.
like face of the fish is kind of like rubbed off a little bit, but
It just literally
it's
has
just-
X's
It's lost
eyes.
an eye.
there's a trail. That's how
I did.
Lenore
I
finds
loved
things.
it.
That's how everything is.
So yeah, Lenore kind of skips ahead. She just and you guys
And I
follow down?
follow and I go. I imitate it with her whistle, and I like dodge the fish guts that she's left.
Excellent. All right. As you guys go
Wait,
down,
can I go? Like as we're walking past, I look up and I go, "Here to see the big man himself. Belial. Here to see Belial here. Called us specifically to come and see him.
Jackie, I don't think this is a good time to brag.
I'm not bragging. I'm just telling exactly why we're here. They probably would like to know why we're walking through the lovely gargantuan hallway.
Destroy.
If that is his will, I'll help us, the all-powerful, deadly, and disgusting
I
Belial.
have no idea how the hell I found any of you. I'm still continuing.
Rusty's like, how the hell am I here?
How old are you?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah. So you guys continue down this kind of twisting corridor, and finally, after what seems like almost an eternity, you think you see the end, and there's this large gap where it's like a big black. Sorry.
Roll for it again.
Oh boy. It is
Say
a
purple. We said
lengthy, dark patch
It's not
stretch
helping.
stretch of the corridor, and on the other side, lit by just a couple little sconces on the side, you have two massive pillars. These ones appear like they are all covered in the same sorts of runes that you were seeing along the walls outside, almost hieroglyphic. It seems almost like hieroglyphs. And behind those two pillars is a massive dark iron door that is just completely corroded and covered in these massive heavy chains that just dangle freely, almost like they once held something captive, but no longer. And standing in front of that door is a shape that may be familiar to some of you. I want everyone here to roll a history check.
Good in history, I got nothing in history.
15,
17.
12, 17,
Nice.
7 minus 2, 5.
5. All right, Rusty and
Pretty sure I
Elspeth.
know who the hell that is.
Yeah, that was a long walk up the staircase.
It was a long drag up the staircase.
Yeah. But all the rest of you guys, you start to recognize this figure. As you guys approach, you see this huge figure standing before you. He's humanoid. His features are all very much, he stands like a very large human, but heavily muscled, well built, nearly the size of a pit fiend. Not quite, but almost. And he is just head to toe, just a solid chunk of just rippling muscle. And he's got these kind of protruding spikes from like the tips of his elbows and his shoulder blades and a couple along like his forearm. He is covered, Master Shredder. He's covered in these scars, just battle scars crisscrossing his form. They're, almost crimson against his kind of tanned flesh. And as you guys get closer, he stretches ever so slightly as you guys catch his gaze, and he narrows his eyes, tightening his grip on this monstrous jagged blade carved out of the same material that the mountain itself is made of. This massive, horrifying obsidian blade. You guys recognize him as Scourge. Scourge is basically Belial's enforcer. He is his bodyguard, his right-hand man. He is
Hot.
a hot commodity. He is a hot commodity.
And little Lenora just walks straight up to him, so she's really close, and then just right straight up.
Okay. Lenore, you walk right up to him, And as you approach, you see his head kind of turn downward, and he's got these brilliant yellow eyes that just stare, pupilless, just stare kind of down into your soul. The rest of you guys, this is like Michael Jordan status. This dude is known. He is big. Yeah, he's a big deal. And as you guys all approach, he looks down, his head still turned to you, Lenore, and he waits and says in this gravelly voice,
You have 3 seconds to turn around before I rip you limb from limb.
Just to Lenore or to all of us?
he says it to Lenore,
And then
you
I-
get the feeling it's to all of you guys.
And I run over to Lenore. I go, oh, there you are, darling, there you are. I am so sorry, Scourge, the ever mighty, powerful enforcer of the land of the mountain cutter, mountain jagged blade you got there. She's a little bit dim. I am a caretaker. She does not know any better. So I am just going to go ahead and let her stop invading your space, and we're going to go ahead and go and see the big guy himself. I'm sure you heard that we were ready for him, correct?
Roll a persuasion or a deception, your choice, because caretaker could be a little. It is questionable on all counts.
Okay. This is good.
Is it?
This is potentially bad. Hold on. 18
18.
is potentially really good.
All right. As you kind of pull Lenore back, you see his muscles kind of, and again, this guy is just like a walking mass of muscle. And as he twists his blade that's kind of now dug into the dirt, you see the muscles kind of twitch on his forearm and tighten. And you hear the sound of the stone that you guys are actually walking on kind of crunch and break beneath the force of his blade.
I walked in closest one thing. Surge, sir. What he's trying to say is, you were summoned to do a special job for him.
Out of character, did your voice get higher?
Yes.
Making sure.
I love it. Oh, Kat, I'm so happy. And he kind of narrows his eyes at you for a second.
Wait. No. You're the ones he sent for.
It's true.
Yes,
I know. We were all
We were
surprised.
sent to destroy
we're a bunch of
and
brave
cause
warriors.
chaos.
Yes. It's true.
Only if he so wishes, obviously.
He's gonna keep his eyes on you, and
That's
you
fine.
see him kind of.
And in your ear, I go, let's be careful. These are huge beings. They crush your tiny form. You're welcome for the life-saving I just did for you.
Pro tip.
You see him pull up his jagged blade out and kind of spin it around and slide it in the
That-
sheath in the back.
That is a mighty sword, I must say. That is a beautiful blade. Did they make it out of the same material as the Citadel? This must be like a what, a +3, +4?
Somehow you're even more pathetic than I was expecting.
That is true. That is very true. That is 100%.
Well, I mean, I guess we won't take any more of your time. You know, we would like to see the big man himself.
Stop talking.
All right.
Pull up my trombone.
And just
You didn't say anything
play,
about blowing.
I haven't played anything. I'm just kind of holding it there, like.
All right. So, as you guys are, hang on.
Is your trombone made out of bone?
No.
Oh.
It's-
You could have
oh,
just
well,
said yes and I would have been happy.
It's got to be rusty.
It's just theater of the mind, sir. Why'd you have to disappoint us?
So,
Because I
as,
already drew the character.
as you guys see him kind of turn, he's now sheathed his sword, and you guys start noticing everything in your immediate vicinity. You see these deep gouges along the walls all around you, and you see that they're probably easily a foot across, just in width, and they are etched deep into the ground, into the wall, and into basically everything around you. The columns themselves have been kind of chipped away, as Scourge places his hands against the heavy door and pushes them open. And again, you see All of the muscles just tense.
Especially in his butt tense.
As he
Butt
opens
clench.
this door. The chains rattle as the doors groan open.
If I only had a little bit of carbon, you know. put it in
Inside,
there. I know.
only light comes from this massive brazier on the opposite side of the room. And before you towers a horrific figure, larger than any demon you have ever seen. His monstrous features highlighted in the flickering light. Curled horns and wicked spines jut from his crimson flesh, and his skeletal face reveals row after row of jagged fangs. In his claws writhes a single unfortunate demon. You hear it begging for its life. Please, please, I won't fail you again, master. I swear. Belial's grip crushes down as he begins to pull the demon's legs. You hear the sickening sound of flesh and bone tearing apart slowly as the demon is ripped in half. Belial drops the pieces on the floor, his eyes glowing with a fury you have never seen before. He looks upon you, and you begin to tremble. I want everybody in here to roll a charisma save.
Oh, yay!
So first time.
One
Oh
thing I
shit.
got.
The only thing I got, and I rolled a nat 1.
I got a modified 20.
Modified 20. All right.
Hey, let's give me some.
18?
That's a tails.
That's a
All right. So
That's
it's
a
a
nat
solid
one.
nat one. Nat one.
No, 19.
19.
I'm impressed.
I
Okay.
am
All right.
shitting my
Well,
pants.
it's
14.
14. All right.
My
So-
pants are completely filled.
Well, literally, yeah. As you guys stare at this horrifying image in front of you, you guys manage to keep your composure relatively. You're shaking. You're literally like trembling with fear, but you're kind of okay on the outside. Rusty, your bladder has emptied all over the floor. There is a small puddle that is growing larger by the second all around Rusty.
I'm like, turn around.
He's trying to like clean it up as he goes.
Can I counter prestidigitate his prestidigitate?
You can-
You know what? I'll just make more shit up here. More piss and
I mean, I guess if you have
Yeah, I
someone
could.
else, you probably could.
It only lasts for
as soon as you do it.
6 seconds though,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
What's
But
this
you guys are having a snap fight.
Sharks versus jets.
So, guys, this is
Tiring.
Belial. This is Belial. This is
That's what I say. I go,
Basically-
this is Belial. And
This
let
is
me know that that
basically-
guy who just ripped in half knows this is Belial.
this is basically your Jesus. This is basically your Obama. This is that guy.
Thanks, Belial.
This is that guy in Jurassic World who escapes with the margaritas. He is.
I love that you always use him as
I
your
love him.
hero.
He's just as my spirit animal. All right, and yes, as you guys look at everything that he is larger than any demon you have ever seen. He stretches above you easily 30, maybe 40 feet into this massive, massive chamber. His monstrous features are highlighted by this flickering light from the braziers. He's got curled horns, curled many times over with several layers of black, almost stone-like in appearance. And he has these spines just kind of everywhere, almost, I get it, just jutting out from everywhere on these bony plates. His skeletal face has these just rows and rows of jagged teeth that are, each tooth is probably almost as big as you are. He is horrifying. He is absolutely horrifying. And as you guys kind of enter and you are cleaning up your puddle, his eyes shift to you and you watch and feel as he takes these thundering steps.
Really quickly use the fake mustache to kind of floss myself and clean up
And he sits down in this massive dark iron throne that is just jagged edges and sharp kind of blades and spikes jutting out from all around it. And as he sits, he looks back upon you.
And I just start going.
And I go like this.
And I keep going, and I walk forward, and I go, Lord Belial, ever powerful being and demon. That was a most...
Sit.
Absolutely.
I sort of kneel and I'm gripping my holy symbol really tight, but underneath my robes.
I'm gripping my actual symbol.
Oh, great master, you summoned us.
You are late.
We are indeed. We wanted not to interrupt you ripping of limb on limb of the piece of shit that you just threw around the ground.
Very well.
And he kind of sits back just a little bit more. You see his countenance ease as he kind of shifts over onto one bony elbow and kind of scratches his chin with these long, horrible, talon-like claws.
Do you know why you are here?
To be honest, I thought it was to witness that amazing show of force.
We-
Sprinkles didn't really tell us.
We thought in your wisdom you might impart upon us what we need to do, how we can assist you, O Lord.
But what she said.
I have brought you here to determine your worth, your value, which, from what I have seen, is entirely underwhelming. Fortunately for you, however, it seems that such disappointment lends itself to my needs.
See, there's always a use for some small imps. Always a use. What can we do for you, big boss?
He leans forward just a little bit.
There is a delicate matter that I must deal with. Discreetly. Quietly.
He looks you dead in the eyes.
I put away my
Mum is the
trombone.
word. And I go, Mum is the word. Absolutely, 100%.
I have brought you here as minions known for weakness and ineptitude, unworthy of existing in my plane. But I am giving you an opportunity to prove otherwise.
I mean,
Then
yeah,
that would be what exactly?
With respect, just in case, I know I'm with these, but I'm actually bored with the elves.
With
So
these?
I am, if you're judging my worth, we will do whatever you say, sir. Good lord.
Yeah, she's with the elves. I am with the demons. Just to let that be known.
Silence! I am in the final stages of a plan. A grand game that I have been playing for centuries. It is a game of secrets and deception, boldness and strategy. Prove yourselves to me, and perhaps you may one day be my pawns. But first, you will show me the depths of your little black souls.
And he kind of a deep kind of rumble in his chest. And he sees
She's
Elspeth.
like having an orgasm.
He sees Elspeth and he has like, it's almost horrifying. You're not sure if it's a grin or what, but it's just his teeth get a little bit more exposed as he looks down at Elspeth.
All great things require sacrifice. And I want you to retrieve one.
Rusty. I go, done. Good lord.
I move back.
Push it forward
I
again.
move back again.
A different sacrifice. One not from our plane. Rather,
Give him the fish.
Do not give him the...
We want to help you, and we're going to help you if you tell us how to help you,
Belial reaches down with his massive claw and just pinches this
Lenore reaches
delicate.
up as high as she can and just kind of like flops on her wrist.
She grabs it, and he kind of
you
brings
hold
it
on?
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, do you? I was like, I thought you were. Yeah.
And he kind of gives it back.
No.
Just the most serious no.
No, but good try.
Ask again later. Like a big magic eight
He
ball.
shakes his 8 ball.
What I seek is a small creature. In fact, one from the mortal plane, known for its cuteness and for its incessant wailing whenever it needs caretaking. The nearest can be found in the home of a human farmer, 5 miles west of the Hellgate. It awaits you, sleeping soundly in a wooden crib.
But why do you want an elderly person?
He's talking about a baby.
He's staring daggers, and he
Does
leans
this
down.
game have a
He
name?
reaches in, and you feel his
Oh,
claws
too late.
close around both of your arms, and all of a sudden you are,
Yeah, right.
And he lifts you up. You should learn to be quiet.
he drops you.
Yep.
It's a perfect noise. It's almost like a little.
I prestidigitate the crap that's coming out of his pants right now too.
And I prestidigitate smell like roses, because it always does.
So yes,
course,
he drops you, and he kind of turns his attention back to the rest of you.
Does this game have a name? You mentioned the game.
Ah, yes.
Sorry.
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 We will call this Hellions.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Absolutely.
Copyright.
Copyright.
I
the
will
shit out of that.
sue. I have all the lawyers.
True.
All the lawyers.
I like it. We'll patent it. We'll make money. Right?
And he turns back to all of you now.
Find me this small sacrifice, and you may yet have your place in my game.
And when we find it, what do we do with it?
Shall we bring it back and kill it before your eyes?
Bring it to me, and you shall see.
Live, dead, deadish, undead.
Alive. Sacrifices must be killed.
Oh, that's true.
Do I have to go over this every single
No,
time I
no, it's
bring in
true.
new imps?
No.
I'm writing down the rules. You see, I'm sorry. It's just the Hellions TM. I'm still on the name.
On his trombone.
On my
On his jawbone, yes.
TM is getting
Yeah.
screwed. A lot of work. It's not like paper or pen at all. Does anyone bring paper, pen?
Nope.
All right, here we go.
Now, be gone.
On we shall be.
Just turn around and shuffle out.
I bow.
I grab Lenore's
Like a
hand.
lengthy bow.
Yeah. But I walk backwards with that when I bow.
And,
He keeps eye contact with you as you just back out of the room, and eventually you bump into something.
I look up.
It's Scourge.
Oh.
The awkward trombone.
Yep.
and as I'm leaving the door, I turn around and go, "Oh, and your unholy highness, that man was an asshole. Thank you.
Wait!
The one that you ripped in half."
Scourge will take you.
He notices like a little something there, and he kind of looks over to Scourge, and Scourge just stares blankly back at him.
Out of my sight.
And Scourge kind of nods his head.
Of course, Belial.
And slowly but surely, he kind of ushers you guys out of the room, and and the whole room seems to shake with the weight of the doors. You guys are now in the hallway with Scourge.
Well, let's get a move on. Don't mean to be here all day.
Find the small thing.
Lead the way there, you tallness.
He is already on his way down the corridor.
Little Lenore catches up and walks as close as possible to him, without touching him.
Roll a stealth check.
18.
He doesn't actually like notice you there for quite a long while. And as you guys are going down the corridor, you see that at some point he kind of nods over and he does a double take and looks down. And he's about to say something and then he just and keeps on walking with you right next to him.
I catch up to Law and I walk over to her or him and lean in and go, "Hey, you should definitely take after Lenore there. Did you see how she offered that fish? That was almost a key into his heart. Fish, not holy symbols."
But that was to Belial.
I understand that. I'm just
Right.
saying in general, if you're gonna offer something, it better not be a holy symbol.
Jackie, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna take a baby from a crib.
We
That's
can't
almost
take
as
the
easy as
baby.
taking candy from a baby, but you're just like taking out half of the equation. It's even easier.
We can't take the baby.
What do you mean we can't take the baby? Says who can't take the baby? You can't take a baby?
It's wrong to take a baby.
Wrong. Do you understand? We're in the land of wrong.
He's going to kill the baby and then he's going to kill us.
It's the imp with the identity crisis.
Yeah.
In more than one way.
That's what we want. We want
Yeah,
the
they're
baby
disgusting.
to die.
Yeah, they're like fat, bold, throwing up, taking. Actually, they're kind of nice. They would fit in well
Pretty
here.
well, yeah,
the
yeah.
loud.
I have a better idea.
What is that?
Kidnap the baby.
Correct.
Scourge's help. Then we'll pretend to bring it back here, but we won't.
Trapping a man with a baby is never the way to go about a relationship, Donna. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No. We'll
You're gonna
kidnap
poke
the baby.
holes in the condom next? Like, what is your plan here?
These humans are very attached to their babies.
You
They will
so?
pay money for it. We take the baby, we write them a letter, and then for money we give it back.
Here's the thing, though, darling. You're speaking money, and that really does speak to me. That is my language. I will tell you that. But
Yes.
what does a farmer have that would be interesting and valuable to us? That would be more substantial than being the pawn of the Lord of the sixth realm that we inhabit currently.
This is my point. We're not going to be the pawn of. He's going to kill us if we bring it back,
I think you did not listen to when he said he's going to kill the child.
and us.
I'll kill you if you don't let me get this fucking kid in my hands.
I know he didn't say that he was going to kill us, but I
What
saw
are
it.
you squabbling about?
We're just squabbling.
We're just making. We're going over the plan. Are you coming all the way with us the whole time?
I'm taking you to the Hell Gate.
Yes. Oh, okay.
The gate
not
of
to
hell.
not to the house.
No.
Okay.
If he took us to the house, I'm pretty sure he had no problem getting that child without us.
Don't need me to go with you for a sacrifice. Do you?
I mean,
It'd be pretty
I
nice.
do enjoy
No, I'm not going with you.
I like your swords. What I'm saying.
Just take
I
the
thought you might
child
like
on
our
our
company.
own.
Do I look like I like company?
No.
I didn't think so.
Was that noise audible?
Yeah.
He kind of like, he looks at you and you see, roll an insight check.
9.
You don't know, you just don't get people. You don't really understand living things. That's why dead things are up your alley.
Gross.
But yeah, he just kind of shakes his head.
Said alley, not ass, all right?
I heard it say alley.
I'm taking you down the obsidian stair to the Hell Gate. Once we get there, I'll open the portal, and you will be on your own. If you die out there, no skin off my back. If you come back, you better have the sacrifice, or I'll kill you myself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Crystal.
The most.
Good.
And as you guys now begin descending this obsidian staircase, I want you guys all to roll perception checks.
Salt Bay Perception. He says
10.
10.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good because I got
17.
expertise, and that
9.
means I've got
6.
It's a good thing you're good at killing things.
Are we?
Yeah.
17.
17. All right. Everybody with above a 10. You guys suddenly recognize that all of the demons that were picking on you before and laughing at you and throwing things at you and tripping you, all of a sudden, they are not even looking in your general direction. Now that Scourge is there, they are steering way clear of you guys. And you guys are feeling almost like the VIP party walking down the obsidian stairway down towards the Hellgate.
Hey Jackie, there's more of that street cred, you know what I'm saying?
Hi.
That's good.
You're ruining it for me. Let me live the moment.
Alright. Well,
Still ruining it.
It's okay. They will all perish.
As speak of the devil, as that happens, you happen to see this one unlucky imp. Looks very familiar. Kind of got a scorch mark on his back. Looks just a very grumpy fellow. Happens to be sitting in the walkway as you guys are making your way down. He's got his back turned to you. Doesn't quite see Scourge. And as Scourge gets up to him, you watch him unsheath his sword, and in one single swift motion, all of those muscles just rippling all down his body. It's like a wave as he just lifts up and
Bye-bye.
drives it. This imp and about probably 3 feet of ground beneath him is just...
Say hi to your mother for me.
And you watch as the one half of the imp now falls down into the pit with the lava bubbling below. And he kind of looks at his blade, whips it off, little bits of imp still left on it, and sheathes it back into his sword.
And I
Look, that
walk
corpse.
with
His
the
sheath.
most puffed out chest you could ever imagine.
I'm gonna go loot that corpse.
The one that fell.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
There's half of him still there.
Go ahead, go
There's a bit of
investigate.
kidney, a bit of liver.
Oh, that's pretty good. Is a
Perspiration. From
perspiration? Is that my perspiration check?
Perspiration is rolling pretty high right now.
It's a pretty damn high. It's like a 23.
Oh, holy shit! God, okay, alright, yeah. So, you find about half of just about everything that was on that imp. You find a single wing, you find a single horn, you find a half a belt, a half a loincloth, you find...
I'll take the loincloth because I need that.
Loincloth, alright. And you
And the
actually,
horn, take the
you
horn.
actually find,
I'm taking the whole thing.
Oh,
you find a, it's weird, it's like a handful of this black powder. It smells a little bit like everything else around you, and you're not 100% sure why this imp had it, but you're sure that this stuff can only be used for nefarious purposes. So,
A little bit. A little pouch.
single handful.
and,
Yep.
and I watch and I go, you gonna share that with the rest of the band?
Hell no.
Do you know what you have in your hand there?
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
100%.
oh, did you snort some?
No, I don't
Hell.
hoard it. I don't snort it. I just show them that, I know what to do with it. That's my stash.
All right. Well, when we bring back the baby and the dames start to come and we pull out that, and we
Keep
have a nice.
up, you
okay,
bunch
we
of
have-
stragglers.
As I change my loincloth out. And,
To the fresh one?
yeah, the fresh one.
All right. And yeah, so you guys now start to get to the very, very bottom of the obsidian staircase. You've never made it here before. You've actually, you've gotten close, but this is like the lowest part of the sixth sanctum. So it's like the top and the bottom are off limits. This is the first time you've been here, and all of these big kind of scary demons, these balors and other things, are looking at you, and they're kind of taken aback. And as soon as Scourge looks at them, they immediately kind of turn their heads to the side.
And I'm saying all the while, like, who are you looking at? Who are you looking
What's
at?
up? And you guys finally get to the bottom and go through another big archway. This one looks almost like tarnished bronze. And inside, another big expanse, very, very ornate. Unlike everything from Belial's citadel, this is all red. This is all very brightly lit, glowing crimson. tall ceilings and very smooth walls that are just covered in these magical runes. And all along the sides you see these hooded figures. Not quite sure what they are. If they're demons, if they're dead, if they're what they are. But whatever they are, they're hooded and robed. And as soon as Scourge enters, he kind of like turns his head and barks to them.
Get started! I don't want to be down here any longer than I have to.
And you see them begin to start this ritual, almost this rhythmic chanting, as they weave this magic, this dark magic kind of between them. And you see wisps of this magic kind of traveling all over, like kind of coalescing onto this massive gateway in front of you. It seems empty. Doesn't appear to be anything in it. But as the magic starts filling up this arch of the gate, the runes begin to illuminate one by one with this hellish glow. Scourge turns to the rest of you and he reaches into his pocket.
Alright, now. The fuck you holding out your hand for?
I thought you were going to give us something. Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you about something. And then I'm gonna give you something.
Right.
This here is your key to get back into hell. I'm not done.
And you see him starting to get like a little agitated. The spines are starting to bristle a little bit.
Look, all ears, and hands, all ears.
You will take this with you. When you return, the Hellgate will be inactive. You must break this. Destroy it. Use your head.
Very thick.
I cast Mage Hand, and I bring that out.
With all due respect, gentlemen, I think you can tell that I'm probably the best person to hold something of such value.
The Mage Hand is like right there.
Roll a persuasion.
Kind of little.
Tickling his finger.
He looks at you.
Right here, so.
Prove yourself this time. And next time, I'll give it to you.
I grew up with the elves, the high elves of Greyhawk.
That
They
does
mean
not-
nothing in this place. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That doesn't inspire much confidence.
Well, it's because you might judge from the ambition.
Yes, I used to be one.
And he lets the mage hand kind of take this little itty bitty black stone.
And the fact that he said that he used to be one was like,
Me too, my heart.
She's like, well, yeah, now.
That's something we have in common.
I'm disgusted. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a demon. It was fucking less than, I guess, apparently.
Now, you have everything you need. Walk through the Hellgate and be on your way.
Out of character, is there anybody watching this? Do we have an audience?
Your audience is basically these big black cloaked figures that are just all around weaving this magic into the gateway.
Okay.
And as you guys watch, the gateway is now filling with this fire, this dark fire that's kind of flickering to life now that you guys see the magic is almost fully infused. And as this happens, Scourge pulls out his sword one more time and he jams it into this little slot on the floor. And he takes the handle and you watch as he...
Oh, it's a key. It's just a really sharp key.
And as he does so, all of the dark fire suddenly turns to light fire. Like, explodes into just regular hellish flame in front of you, just roaring out of the entrance now. And he looks at you.
Well,
Well, Lenore's gonna pat him and say,
Goodbye, we'll see you soon. We're gonna go get the baby and then we'll see you again soon because we're gonna go in there and then we'll be back.
and then she's just gonna walk in.
I'm gonna play fanfare as everyone walks through the entire portal.
I'm just gonna shuffle through with my dead toad.
Bye-bye.
Belial watches you guys as you walk out through, or walk into this massive, just billowing fire.
Before we do, I cast thaumaturgy, and as in the most boisterous fucking voice I can do, booming, just go, well, we're going now.
My fanfare matches this.
Yeah. To bring back the softest and most innocent of babes for Hell's Reckoning. We will be back by your grace. And I just fall back into it.
I'm going to walk past very slowly, kind of lingering, like hoping he might say something else.
What are you waiting for?
Just getting ready to go. I'm summoning my powers. Okay, we'll see when we get back.
As you walk off, his eyebrow is still raised as you just kind of sashay, yes, quickly kind of walk through this this hellish gateway.
And he mutters, bitches be thirsty.
So,
Bitches get bitches.
I mean, you're Lausian, right? Yeah, like you were you're a pretty butch fella, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Scourge is confused.
And
and
always that way.
It's
so
good
okay.
to be, yeah.
it's good to be confused.
Starts out that way.
And he kind of
Confused is better than repulsed.
yes, confused is better than repulsed. And as he kind of goes to turn his key back down, he looks down and he sees a single little like fish head that has now just kind of come off the fish, and you see as he kind of like, or I guess you don't really see it, but
The
he
last
reaches
one out.
down. Yeah, everything's kind of out now, and he picks up the fish head. And he pockets it.
Oh, I thought it was I was like, God damn.
So, as you guys go through this hell gate, the screams and cries of thousands and millions of anguished souls, you are just in ecstasy right now, are just screaming all around you and crying out for help, wailing, and all of a sudden, it stops. And you're suddenly somewhere else. It's cool. It's cold even. The air is fresh. It smells like pine. It's horrific. It's the sort of thing that you guys have never experienced before.
Disgusting.
You guys have now landed yourselves through the Hellgate and in to the forest. And that is where we are going to take our first break of the evening. So, we'll be back in just a little while. I don't know if we're actually doing anything between these. I think we're going to maybe insert something funny for you. Who knows? We'll figure it out as we go.
We'll say a bunch of fart jokes.
We'll all be chatting during this
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's right. We're going to
Ask us
awkwardly be chatting.
questions.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
true.
put up our little
Oh, yeah.
drawings.
Hey, we can put up
Exactly,
drawings.
there
We'll
you go.
cycle our drawings.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
will get
fantastic.
you guys will get to enjoy all of that beauty. And we are going to go drink some water, pee, and cool off. So
Drink some
we'll be
water
back in a few.
And that
All
We're
the
gonna
same
go
time.
drink some watered pee. See you later, guys.
Tea kettle! Oh, God.
Destroyed me.
That was the worst dad joke
Oh,
ever.
God. Oh, you guys. Oh, I wish you could have been there. It's just not the same when you're not privy. Anyway, we're back to the insanity here with Hellions, Triangle Table Tavern's one-shot, very first one. So we're going to get right back into the action. Basically, our little band of crappy imps have just been tasked with a very, very important mission from Belial, the Lord of Hell, of the sixth sanctum of Hell, at least, the Lord himself. And he has sent them out now through the Hell Gate to retrieve this sacrifice that he so desires. And as the imps have stepped through the Hell Gate, they have now emerged into a land completely foreign and alien to them in every way. They've only ever heard about it in storybooks because these poor imps have never been outside of hell. This is their first time in the forest. And now we open back up to you guys. There are these massive trees all around you. Sorry, you don't know that they're trees. There are these massive things, brown, rough-edged things.
How are these creatures?
Does anyone, who here would have read a lot? Who here would have read books a lot?
I think me.
Yeah? Okay, alright. You guys
I mean,
go.
I read like sheet music, but you know.
Never worried about where the paper came from.
My intelligence is 9.
Give me the coin, sir.
Give me the coin. We've gotten a lot of action with this coin
What
tonight.
are we rolling?
You are rolling a nature or history.
That's a natural 20, sir. That is a natural 20. I've read all the books. Give me all the books. I've read them all.
I got a 5.
A 5. All right.
I think
Don't worry,
I'm
Toots.
so
Yeah,
earnest.
I was gonna say. So, Lausian, how do you start describing these trees? What do you say that they are?
These are holy creatures. They're gatekeepers of this other realm.
Pull out my blade.
And you
Yeah,
then
yeah.
come in with the
Yeah, yeah,
knowledge
yeah.
that they are in fact Douglas firs mixed with large redwoods.
Yeah, they are holy creatures that are rooted into the ground and feed off of water
Yes.
and whatever the big old fire hell in the sky is. These are just dead things that grow.
Nothing?
Yeah, well, they're like not dead, but they don't talk, so they might as well be dead, you know.
I was gonna reach
That
out
must be
and-
Celestian.
And I look at her and I go, no, honey, and I just like take a dagger and I go, and I go, there's nothing celestial thing about this, okay?
No,
Holy
no,
shit, you just gonna stab that?
the fire in the sky.
If anything, that's
Ooh.
our god.
As
That
you
is-
guys,
Right.
God.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
And I was
saying.
like,
It's Celestian.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
as you guys look up, now all of a sudden, this is a giant fireball that doesn't seem to be moving. The sky is the wrong color. It's this color that just makes you uneasy. All the colors around you actually make you uneasy. It's blues and greens and everything unnatural.
I wish I had rose-colored glasses. You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of feelings in my loins.
I'm gonna take my war pick named Hactiva. Just kind of hold it.
I
Yeah.
hold out my holy symbol and it glistens and glimmers in the sun. I'm like, oh, Celestian, I have found you.
Is
We
that-
are allowing you to guide us from here on out.
Is that just a piece of glass? Like, what the fuck is that?
No, it's a holy symbol. It's like a metal thing with little stars on it.
That's your weapon.
It looks like something you got out of a Cracker Jack box, darling. Are you sure that's holy?
Yes,
Jack.
it's a holy.
Cracker Jack, you know what I'm saying?
Cracker Jack, cracker meat.
It's the symbol of Celestian.
As you
The
hold
god
it
of
up,
wonders and stars.
as you hold it up to the sky, you seem to find this like pillar of this like
That's the wind.
That is...
anybody want to roll a nature check for that one?
Yes.
I know animals.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Dead ones, but
Modified
shit.
20.
Not
13.
bad.
13?
Intelligence, eh? 'Cause I don't
Anybody
got
else?
intelligence. I got that's 18 to 16.
Alright. So, you guys all actually have heard, because truth be told, there are a couple more stories about these guys in hell than there are trees. That seems to be the sound of a wolf. A wolf. It's this big kind of like Cerberus looking thing, but it's only got one head.
It's pretty
But
despicable.
yeah, you guys are they're supposed to be real mean, real savage, just these horrific, monstrous beasts with sharp fangs, and they hunt in packs.
Do you think we should try to find it?
No, I think we should try and be very quiet.
I think we should
about where we're
destroy
gonna go
them all.
next.
To be fair, I mean, they could help us find this baby. They do hunt packs. They do like soft things between the teeth. They could be of help. Do you know how to
I'm
talk these
checking
things?
the wind to see where it would take me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to go.
I don't. We're not on the ocean Styx, the river Styx. That's not going to help us here.
All right, you're feeling one side of your finger a little bit colder than the other.
What does that even mean?
It means.
What direction is that, Gil?
Oh, I'm gonna say. You know what? I got dice for this.
Just name it. Just name it.
No, sir.
Did they tell us where this farmer is supposed to be?
You bet.
Follow the
that's a happy
stench
face.
of lie.
In a house?
Shit, I
In a
guess I
house,
don't-
yes.
Oh, there it
In
is.
which direction is the house?
Well, that's north.
That's a lot. Okay. I'm gonna.
North. All right,
Do you-
go ahead. Roll intelligence checks. Roll intelligence checks. Just straight
You know
in.
me.
6.
Oh yeah.
6,
6 minus 2.
13,
4.
15.
15, 12. All right. You two actually remember that something was said, and it was east. However, I may have misspoke and said west. So Cody, if you're watching, it's actually east. Surprise!
Trying to throw us off?
Yeah, I'm trying to mess you guys up.
So that was north?
I'm just saying, the north seems to be the best.
Said
Well, but he's right. I remember
Oh
now.
no, I'm saying that the wind is coming from the north.
What the
Okay.
fuck is north?
So,
I don't know what that means. There is
So-
no cardinal directions in hell. It's just over towards the big fucking black spire, or towards the fire, or towards the souls. Which way are you talking? Do you have?
I thought you read books, didn't you?
I read books. I read books in
right?
hell
So you
that
must
have very
read about-
specific subjects, and there's only one that talked about these fucking things, the trees.
I'm
they're
sure
called
I've
Douglas
heard about.
firs.
Shall I roll
It's
again?
got a
if I
name?
come to- no, if I know
I
what
just start
it
walking in a direction.
If you know what.
is. Like a compass or what? The north,
Oh,
east, west,
you
whatever. it is.
roll a survival if you want to try and find north, south, east, west. You can
Yeah.
help. Yeah.
Well, if I
You cannot
know
just
about
find
it,
north,
like
though?
if he says north,
Oh, you already
know.
knew. Yeah, you already knew
so
that.
then I know the east is that way.
You know that east is to the right
Okay.
of north. Yes.
All right, you guys.
What did
east.
you roll? Lenore kind of like gently tugs on your.
Yes.
I think we should go that way.
What way do you point?
Can I roll a random? I don't know. I didn't do survival very well.
Let's say yeah. There you go. Roll a Gil's dice.
Is this where we're actually walking?
Oh, well, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to figure that out. All right.
Are you sure, Lenore?
Yes.
Lenore says it's this way. Let's go this way. I
I believe
trust her.
Lenore.
Now,
Lenore knows.
listen, everybody. We have to make a plan. Because I know from Celestia's teaching that stealing a baby is wrong. And I know also from what I've seen in there tonight that if we go back there with the baby, they're gonna kill all of us.
They're gonna kill the baby.
And us.
We kill everything in our way,
Okay,
and we
well,
take the baby.
You guys, there's some fucking. What the hell is that?
Our plan.
You
Sprinkles?
hear kind of in the
Sprinkles?
treetops ahead of you. It sounds like sprinkles almost, but it's more than one. It sounds like it might be a couple of them. Go ahead and roll a perception check, everybody.
That's actually pretty good.
20.
Wow.
I know. Friends. Yeah, that's why I know.
22.
22.
I've got
Wow.
20.
Very nice. All right, and
So one
Jackie,
time we
Jackie
rolled
Cutter,
well.
how you looking over there?
I don't know nothing.
You
I'm
don't
just
know
so
nothing.
confused.
Oh wait a minute.
This entire situation is ridiculous to me.
So as you guys who rolled pretty decently kind of listen for the sound, you're able to kind of like look up and pinpoint it. Jackie,
Four.
because you were the one person who did not actually see them, I want you to roll a d6 for me.
No can do. because it's a 3.
All right, you guys look up, and you see 2 fat pigeons and 3 angry sparrows looking down at you, hunger in their eyes. They're thirsty for blood.
Wait, the pigeons are too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Okay.
they're looking at you guys.
How big are we? How big are they?
You guys are about the same size as the
Oh
pigeons.
fuck.
Go ahead and roll
These are
initiative.
some, like,
As we jump into our first battle of the day.
fucking dire pigeons, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these are big ass pigeons.
16.
All right, hang on
The wrong
one
one.
second.
I did it, Adam.
We're
I
gonna-
used the wrong dice.
Hey, see, I'm not
What a
alone.
beautiful forest.
Yeah, there's a Douglas right there, and there's a
So-
Douglas right there.
In case you
Big
guys
Fern Douglas.
at home can't tell, so this is a rock, and that's a lake, and that's a tree. And as you can tell, I'm very specific with the 5-foot boxes. But yeah, so you guys can place yourselves anywhere in the center of the map. And I am oh my
Fine.
god, these are bigger than I thought.
What the?
That's what she
That's a
said.
huge one.
Peanut M&Ms are apparently larger than I realized.
Most
Yeah.
Larger than life.
Larger than life. So yes, as you guys all look up, you see these birds looking down at you. You guys have also never seen birds before. These things are monsters. They look like imps. They have wings, but their wings have feathers on them, and they have these big, savage-looking beaks.
I've seen these before. These hot angels.
Let's kill them.
And with that, let me see if I brought up you know what, I'm just going to keep the order right here. So, do we have any, as I set everything up over here, do we have any of you guys that are in 20 to 25?
22.
20.
20.
Positive modifiers?
My
I'm
God.
right.
I rolled a 19, sweetheart. Quite a high roll.
All right, so we're gonna have 25 is going to be Kat. Was that you?
No.
22.
Sorry, 22. All right, so
I'm
20,
at
22.
Jackie.
Jackie's at 22. All right, and then we have 15 to 20.
16.
16. All right.
She's counting her fingers and her toes.
Okay.
I
Do
know.
we have a 10 to
Dead ends.
15? No 10 to 15. Do we have a 5 to 10?
7.
7. All right. So we've got Kristen with the 7. Ooh. Oh, you poor dear. Your trombone is really,
Gotta put a little bit of a oil on it.
yeah, no kidding. All right. So let's see how these sparrows and pigeons do. All right. So the sparrows are going to be going at a 9. Okay, and the pigeons are going to be going at a... Ooh, pigeons are very, very hungry, apparently. Pigeons are going to be going at 16. So, Amber, what is your dexterity as Little Lenore?
0.
That's a 0. All right, the pigeons just squeak out Amber for the top spot. Okay, all right. So as this happens, you guys see up above you in the trees are these birds. They haven't swarmed down yet, but you guys are getting that feeling. So, starting at the top of the round, Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Jackie Cutter. And by the way, these are what they are.
Shit.
These are what they are facing.
Oh, dang.
And the fat pigeon.
Those are like angry birds.
They look like if they were to open the bit, they go, "Ah."
There are 2 pigeons, 2 fat pigeons, and 3 angry sparrows.
Now, if I was to do a cantrip as a bonus action, could I hold my other action?
A cantrip is a bonus action? Is your cantrip actually a bonus action?
No.
No. All right. Then unfortunately, no.
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do then is to go Hey, you motherfucker! I come and tell you, you're gonna come after me, I'll fucking kill you! Like that. I'm just like screaming at this guy now, and I hold my action.
Okay, alright. Are you trying to taunt them?
No. Yeah.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
Totally.
Roll an intimidation check.
No, I don't want to intimidate them. I want them to come towards me. I don't want to
You want to taunt
Okay,
instill fear
roll
in them.
alright. Roll a performance then.
Okay, so I did an 11.
11. Alright.
You fucking wise guy, you feather brain motherfucker! Here we go. I'm just doing a lot of that.
Alright, let's see. Ooh, alright, they are not bumbling. You watch as, you watch as 2 of the sparrows fly away.
You're very welcome.
Oh, wait a second, sorry. One of them was a pigeon. So, 1 pigeon and 1 sparrow fly away.
Great. And I'm still screaming. I'm just still yelling profanities. And you goddamn goomba, you stupid motherfucker!
And the other ones are looking at you. Alright.
Playing fucking
Yes.
instruments.
We are now at you.
Oh,
held action, by the way.
Held action? Okay.
can I feel bad just killing these creatures?
Could be food.
Could be fun.
I'm going to cast a scorching ray
Alright.
towards all of them.
Alright, so which one are you
No,
trying to
that's
get all
120
3?
feet, right?
Yep. Are you trying to...
I can do all of them. I have 3 plus 1 for each of my.
For whatever
Oh.
spell level you cast it at, you get an extra one. So you start with 3.
Right.
So are you casting it at second level?
Right, at second level. How many are there left? Oh,
There are 3 left. Yep.
Perfect.
Alright, so 1 for each one. Go ahead and roll your attacks. As she charges up her
Well.
fiery...
The first one is a 9.
It's a very grand 9. But yes, and you watch as the little scorching ray, which in your mind is like a freaking Kamehameha. It's about this wide for a person, and you watch as there's like a little tuft of what appears to be green stuff that all of a sudden kind of lights on fire for a couple seconds and then crackles out. The birds don't seem phased.
My second one. Okay. Bye, Celestian. Oh, 21.
21. Hot damn! All
Alright,
right.
Celestian blackjack.
Is this one for a sparrow or a pigeon?
Do the fat pigeon.
Fat pigeon. All right,
Okay,
that one is
awesome.
definitely gonna hit. So go ahead and roll your 2d6. 6. All right. So you watch as this second one just plows right into the fat pigeon, and you see a couple scorched feathers kind of fly. Sorry, scorched angel feathers fly off as the pigeon goes. And it looks at you, and now its attention has shifted. It is no longer looking at you, it's looking at her. All right, Cat, roll your third. 7. Little sparrow, you're about to launch it at the sparrow, and then all of a sudden it looks at you and it tilts its head to the side in a very cute manner. And you're just like, and it just kind of fizzles. So, anything else you want to do?
Falls into a pile of ash.
Here you go. No.
All right, we are now at the pigeon. You just attacked the pigeon, and so as the pigeon is now looking at you with bloodlust in its eyes, it is going to fly directly overhead, and it is going to come down in almost like a diving attack, and it is going to let loose some bombs away, and this pigeon lets loose a giant bird crap as it swoops on down. 21 to hit.
Jesus.
Yes. Even though I go like this with my shield.
Yeah, it kind of like just kind of hits you, just kind of covers the side of the shield. You are going to take 11 points of poison damage.
Did you catch it with your mouth?
This is just, it's horrific. This thing, as it now kind of like flutters down beside you and it looks you, it's standing at eye level.
Just so you know, he only has 5 hit points left.
That is truly a shame.
Holy shit.
Hey, you motherfucker, you got this! You hit my friend, I'll fucking kill you! I'll kill you! I got that!
Okay, alright, so that is the pigeon's turn. So now we are on Little Lenore.
Little Lenore is going to
Lenore.
create a little ghostly hand that reaches towards the fat pigeon who looks like sleeping. It's pet the bird.
All
With her
right.
skilled hand and passed up.
Go ahead and roll your athletics. Ooh, and that's right. Let me drop. Sorry, athletics. Sorry.
Roll it,
Yeah. Sorry.
For God's sakes, not that!
Let me put down a.
Yeah, that was a good one. 25.
It's like that's actually smaller. Look at this. This is a giant mutant peanut M&M. Okay, all right. And where is? Can you put this right next to your token? Beautiful.
Can't remember which one is which one.
Thank you. All right. So what did you roll? 25. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage as your creepy hand stretches out and strokes the pigeon. 8. All right. That's actually pretty painful. So yeah, the pigeon now is pigeon's looking ruffled to say the least, as this creepy hand just kind of rakes down its back in what you probably think is a good gesture, but just
It's like the child that doesn't know.
Yeah.
Squeezes the
The
hamster.
skin of his eyes gets pulled back.
all right. And now we are on to the sparrows. All right. So the very first sparrow, I think actually, you know what? The sparrows are gonna do some looking. They see you. You're the smallest. I think they're gonna probably go, except one of them is gonna go for you. That's right, because you pissed it off. So yes, so this other little sparrow is going to fly down right across from you, little Lenore, and it is going to attempt to peck at your face. Now they only come like up to like waist level for you, but it's still pretty big. Yeah, you are
It's a
big.
huge pigeon. So like,
Does 15 hit?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You are going to take 8 piercing damage from the sparrow as its beak just digs into you and rips out like a little piece of imp flesh. The second one, Guillermo, is going to fly on over to Jackie Cutta, which is green. Yep. All right, it's gonna fly over next. Oh no!
Oh, one of them's dead.
Don't
and
look!
I killed it.
Don't
like
look!
that. Yeah.
Don't look! All right, Angry Sparrow's still good.
Always gonna
Can you put that guy next to Jackie Cutta?
within arm's reach?
Yes, within
Right,
arm's
so
reach.
as it's flying from, I go, I want to hit, like that. So it's like kind of like, and as soon as it gets in it close, I jump to the side and I just grab its wing and I shocking grasp it.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Well, don't mind if I do. I'm gonna be chicken tonight. Attack roll. Would that be my spellcasting most with cantrip?
That's gonna be your spell casting, yeah. 'Cause
No,
it's
15.
15. That is just enough to hit the angry sparrow. And the angry sparrow, as it flies down, you kind of like wrestle your arm under its wing and try and like wrangle it like this. And as you do so, you just and go ahead and roll damage.
Time for a shocking surprise! And then I roll a 2d8 because I want to do the most damage. This is a 15.
Holy shit! Well, all right. Jackie Cutter over there, go ahead and take that peanut M&M, my friend.
And I literally take the bird now limp in my hands and cooked on the inside and just go, that's good eating, this is what this is. And it's like, eat it immediately.
Wow, the sparrow didn't even get its attack off. Okay. All right, well
Yeah,
played.
that's why I call it tack off. A stupid attack off.
All right, so now we are on to, let me move this to the side so I can see, Kristen. All right, Elspeth, what are you doing amidst all this chaos?
I'm just kind of watching, and then I see the fat pigeon land over there by Lenore.
Sparrow.
I'm gonna-
The yellow one's a sparrow.
And
Yellow
I'm
one
just
is a
gonna
sparrow, yeah.
Cackle, and I'm gonna reach my hand out, and I'm gonna shoot out an eldritch blast.
Okay, alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
It's 15.
15 just hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
15 months?
Yep, it's 15 monster.
So 15 chickens.
15 sparrow. Angry sparrow.
So 15 months.
And that is a 7.
7, alright, 7 damage. The sparrow's still alive, but that smacks into it. You see the force from the blast kind of push its feathers in the wrong direction. You see just of feathers kind of explode off of it. And it kind of hops around a little bit and it looks back at you. And now it's kind of torn between you and what it thought was, easy prey. Not quite so. So now we are on to Rusty.
I take out my trombone and I look at the fat pigeon there. Now, instead of playing the trombone, I'm gonna play a little vicious mockery and do a little wisdom saving throw on the fat pigeon.
Oh my god! That's a good moment. Okay, wisdom save on the pigeon, you said.
Yes.
Alright, wisdom save on the natural 20.
Oh, but does it have to roll?
Nope.
Oh, hell no.
It's not bumbling.
It's no bumbling.
That was a valiant effort though. I love the
It
kazoo.
literally mocks the noise.
Yeah,
it
it-
T with its own fucking horn in its mouth.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh,
That's all, folks.
Okay. Well,
alright.
I don't think it gets half damage. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's a cantrip, right? Yeah, so nope. Anything else you want to do instead, Mr. Rusty?
Hey, I'm gonna move back home because that didn't work and I'm not too happy.
Alright. And now we are back at the top of the round. So Guillermo, there are still 2 birds left. I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check.
That is not very good. 7. That would be more 6.
You're good.
Okay. I know. I'm full. I'm picking my teeth with the toothpick that's not in my mouth anymore. I don't know what
That's
that
it,
was.
we-
Don't worry. I got another. Here we go. So I pull out a toothpick from a pocket and I start to pick out the meat and bones. And I look around. I see this. Is it the red one that you pet me with your skeletal hand? It's the yellow one. The red one?
I pet the red one with my skeletal hand, and the yellow one picked me.
Okay, so I've got a little soft spot for Noah. She's got a lot of mysteries. I don't want to fucking know about them, but I do respect her. So I look at the yellow one, and I go, hey, why don't you pick on some on your own side, huh? And then I just fucking, I spit in the air like that, towards it, and then it freezes in midair, and I just fucking flick it, and I use Ice Knife.
Ooh, alright, go ahead and roll, I think, an attack roll, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to use plus 5. 24.
24.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
I agree.
Alright, that hits.
Oh,
Go
damn,
ahead.
really?
Go ahead and roll that damage. You said it's a sparrow?
Yes.
Okay, never mind, you don't have to roll that damage. It hasn't.
Are you in the roll with 5 feet? 5 feet within it?
She's within 5 feet of the sparrow. So yeah, roll. Tell me what that secondary effect is, because I want to hear it out loud.
I forgot about it. So I'm gonna roll the damage for this fucking thing first. That's a 1.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so it's a 1, and then as soon as it makes contact with the target, the knife explodes, and anything within 5 feet of the target gets hit with 2d6 of damage.
So let's see that damage there.
So much for befriending Will.
No, the thing is that
Jackie,
I forgot about. I was so upset. I was like, "You motherfucker!" And I was like, "Oh no, I forgot about
The
it."
good thing is,
Oh my god, it's a 10.
That's actually a lot.
little Lenore is a tank, but
Oh,
that being
I'm a
said,
tank with no AC.
she's a very slow tank.
Yeah. So it's
But that actually,
So,
that's
yeah.
actually down quite a bit.
All right,
Oh my
well,
God, I'm so sorry.
go ahead, Guillermo, eat that second sparrow over there, cause you just nom nom nom.
Okay. Well, No, I'm so sorry. And then I and this
People don't want to be friends
No.
with me.
Hold on. And in this moment, I look down into my chest cavity where I deep that potion. And I uncork and I smell it. What is it?
It's basically like
And then can I throw it to her? I go, drink this, sweetheart. This should make you feel better. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, dexterity check. Catch it. I believe in you.
5.
It hits you in the face. Take another 1 point of damage.
Oh, Butterfingers, I am so sorry, Lenore, I'm so sorry.
Let it be known that Pepto-Bismol did 1 point of damage in the D&D game.
It didn't break.
Lenore starts crying.
I am so upset. So I used my movement to now run over to her when I could have just moved over and
She's gonna cower.
No. So when I get there, I go, I'm so sorry. And I rip off a leg of the bird that is like raw meat. We eat raw meat. I just go, eat this. It'll make you feel better.
I don't eat my friends.
Well done.
But I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, so Lenore, you have leg of sparrow. Now remember that. And Kat, we are now back to you.
So sorry.
I die because of this.
I know. I am like, oh my god.
Well, I want to first of all, is this lying here? Is this
Yep, that is lying down. I know
And
that
it's
perspective
hollow?
is really well done on
Well,
these,
it
so
looks like it's lying.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure.
my motto going into this game was that I will let Gil have the really impressive sets and tokens and artwork.
I'll appreciate
I am just going to do
Yeah, let him.
I am
Let
going
him
to
have
do
it.
this.
He's gonna allow it. Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna allow
I'm
that.
gonna fight him over that, you know.
Right, so I'm gonna crawl inside
Ooh, all right.
tree, like this.
All right, so you're gonna like hide inside it? Are you backing in or going in front face?
Oh, backing in.
Backing in,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm hiding inside it.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh god, I have disadvantage because of my scale match.
Yes.
All right, with disadvantage. Can't get much worse.
No. Okay, so that's the 3.
Yay! All right. You're fairly certain that you're hiding.
Yes. And then I actually, despite that, I still have an action, right?
Yes.
So,
I can't see
to-
you. She screams.
Always reminds me of a spider. I can't see.
Oh, that's
You cannot see me. I am hidden.
I'm just gonna hide,
Okay.
and I'm going to first. Can I do like healing word on myself?
Absolutely. You can like whisper some like words of encouragement, like give yourself a pep talk.
Yeah. So I'm
What
gonna
is
do
it?
that. Pep talk. I'm gonna say, "Oh, Celestian, your guiding light will shine me through." And
Oh yes.
As that happens,
Oh, Celestian.
you see what appears to be like a little itty bitty ladybug go kind of like crawl down on the stump on the wood in front of you, and it kind of just like turns to look at you, and then buzzes away. Because if you've ever seen a ladybug try and fly, it's actually really funny. But yeah, and you take that as he's listening.
he sent me a sign.
He sent you a sign.
I agree.
All right.
So then I have to do a D4 plus my spell casting ability modifies this.
You're clerk.
So you
Wisdom.
Okay, so 2 and 5.
Oh, 5.
All right.
So I have 8 hit points back.
All right. In that case, yeah, you feel yourself rejuvenated. You've kind of gotten that inspiration back in you. And you're like,
Can I
yeah.
still attack now? I still have an action, right?
Unfortunately not. But you're feeling pumped. You're feeling ready.
Yes.
So, we are now going to move on to the lone pigeon, who is, he just crapped on you. And he, saw you kind of scuttle away, but his attention has now kind of been fixed on this little creature behind it.
Which I'm now I'm trying to offer food, nourishment.
Yeah. And the pigeon is the pigeon is now going to aim for you, and he is going to attempt to drop some bombs in your direction. So, hot.
Stop it!
These rolled. These have been really bad. I'm sorry. 22 is gonna hit you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna suffer 16 points of poison damage. As, yeah.
Amber, I'm
This-
so sorry.
This mortal world is a scary ass place. This is some serious shit, literally, that you're dealing with right now. As little Lenore, unfortunately, just gets blasted from this pigeon, and the pigeon moves. Pigeon's gonna stay right there. He's just gonna now kind of move in for the kill.
So it's close to me, right?
It's close to you. Yeah, it's close to you. We are now on to. You didn't notice this, Jackie, on your turn, but all of a sudden you hear another little rustling in the trees. As you look up, a large nut, an acorn, a large acorn comes flying out of the tree. As you look up and you see what appears to be a creature, it looks like this.
Hey, I'm playing nut.
Looking down at you from above. This creature is one of the scariest things you've ever seen. It's foaming at the mouth. It is absolutely horrific. And as it tries to...
Belial takes offense to that, by the way.
Yeah,
Scariest things we've ever seen.
I know, I was gonna say, it's like, wow, like, I am shitting my pants.
I apologize, yeah, that's sorry, Belial. But yes, and you are going to take 5 damage as this large acorn hits you square in the face, just smacks into your nose, and you feel like maybe one of your teeth is a little bit looser now than it was. And suddenly there is another player on this battlefield. The rabid squirrel has emerged.
You can take a sparrow.
I have one. No, this is.
Take a sparrow.
Yeah, take a look.
There's not one sparrow left. You're right. You killed it.
Thank you kindly. You're welcome, Lenore.
There we go.
Because you're bleeding profusely from like frostbite.
So yeah, all right. And
Oh,
then,
you know what? Actually, with my bonus, with my uncanny dodge, I can react to half the attacker's damage.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and take only 2 damage then.
Thank you very much.
Very well done. All right. Now, Elspeth.
Wait, what's... Oh.
Oh, wait a second.
No, yeah, it's your turn.
I did. I skipped because she's so little.
I'm bigger than the birds!
Yeah, it's true.
Alright.
Bigger than the bird. She like actually has like a grown-up voice.
All right. So go ahead, little Lenore, and do what you're gonna do.
Little Lenore is going to pull her pet rock out, which has like just a normal rock, but with 2 googly eyes glued to it that are kind of crossed like her own, and a mouth, but it's not a smile, it's just a straight line. And she is going to cast Shillelagh on her pet rock.
Oh.
And she,
Damn.
and she is going to try to bash the pretty head, or the pretty bird's head. And she's going to say, bad bird.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Oh wait, okay, can I have the coin?
Is it a wall?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. All right. So, yeah, you guys have been putting this coin to.
If it's a tails, it counts. If it's a heads, it does not count.
Does it count if it's a bit?
Oh, I was gonna do it. Is that okay? I guess it was. I promised to keep it on the table this time. I can't.
Is she re-rolling?
Oh, yeah, she's
Coin
re-rolling,
flipping
yeah.
is part of, it's just the
Yeah.
classic 101. On the forearm, she goes way up on the forearm.
Tails is the same.
So
No,
it's
it's
that
changes.
one.
No.
I got an at one.
Heads is the
Heads
fun.
is the change. Yeah, so it's an at one.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
right.
bird's head.
Alright, so it's you. Donash, you are going to take.
On Ash? Like, what the fuck? Like, he's all of a sudden appears.
So Donash is gonna feel something in the morning. He's having a bad, real weird dream right now. So yes,
he's just tripping hard on mushrooms, like all these
Yeah.
fucking little creatures.
Jackie, you're gonna take. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, this is
This is also not Jackie, that's Lenore.
You're Jackie.
Yeah.
You're taking damage.
I am?
Yep.
Oh. Did you hit me?
She missed the pigeon.
Oh. Wait, okay, I'm sorry.
Might have been on purpose.
Here's the thing. So, the squirrel, I didn't see the squirrel.
You didn't see the squirrel
I did
until
not
it
get- I did
pegged
not-
you in the face.
So, I saw it like moments before it hit me, or it hit me and I didn't see it, because if I didn't see it, I don't get to half my reaction.
Okay. All right.
That's why I'm asking.
Don't have the damage.
Okay, so then I'm back down to -5,
That
but I
was
do see her, so I do
You
get
do
to
see her.
uncanny
You
dodge
can,
that.
yes, you can dodge this one.
Okay.
So how much? 7. All right. So
Jesus.
I deserve this.
so she literally swings. The pigeon just kind of like ducks its head like pigeons are like to do, and when it does that, all of a sudden there's just a whack as she hits you. Straight up rock upside the head.
But you know what? I'm okay. That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
Jeez, I can see stars. Is there any like after effect from that, or is it just like a stick?
I know. It's
Just hit you in the face with the rock.
Oh, the pet rock. Oh, that was the shillelagh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He just shot the pet rock. Okay, great.
Yeah. So little Lenore kind of looks at you and she says,
You and I are like the fucking burglars from Home Alone.
so.
Marvin!
All right. So Lenore, is there anyone else you would like to hit with a rock?
Even if I have my choice. Okay.
All
God.
done.
Yeah.
We are
Okay.
actually now pretty even to a degree. So wait, 7? So I had half it. Is that rounded up or down?
It's rounded down.
So 3?
Yeah. So
Only
3
3,
damage.
okay.
So you are good.
Okay.
All right.
Not
So.
really even. We're not really even.
All right. So now we move on to Kristen.
Right, so I'm going
Elsie.
to fixate on that pigeon right there.
Pigeon's looking a little worse for wear.
I'm just going to, so I'm going to reach my hand out, and a ghostly skeletal hand issues its way out of my palm and wraps itself around the bird's neck, and that is chill touch.
Bird has had enough of these creepy ass hands, but go ahead and roll your attack.
That would be an 8.
An 8. All right, so yeah, you go to, you watch as this like ethereal hand seems to kind of materialize, and as it does so, the pigeon kind of turns its head and just like
Yeah, you
pecks
can
it
see-
away. Yeah.
Out of existence.
And you're like, crap. So, anything else you would like
That
to
is
do?
all I can do. That is my turn.
All right, now Mr. Rusty.
Holy shit! Like these things are gonna freaking kill us. All right. I'm gonna change my tactic. Maybe. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna do the same thing. Wisdom saving throw on the big fat one. The
All right,
angel.
another wisdom save on the big fat angel.
Vicious mockery.
BFA.
That is hot.
That's
Natural 20. Again.
Isn't this smartest fucking
This is I'm sorry, Gil. I'm sorry. That last
Archimedes of pigeons.
Yeah, that trombone, you're pretty sure like you kind of look inside and you see that
Is there a nut in this?
Yeah, you've got some like schmutz in there. You gotta kind of like there we and there's just like a
It's just so much spit.
just
So
it's like a
it makes
clump.
no sense how much spit there
I
is.
didn't even use it today. What the hell?
Just
Jackie, did you use my trombone here?
I
Did you piss in my trombone?
I might have pissed in your trombone.
So yeah, whatever it is though, you got it out. You definitely all over the floor.
Let's roll.
He's like,
Where's the squirrel?
Squirrel is up above. So you have not seen the squirrel yet. The squirrel has not made itself known to the rest of you guys yet.
So I didn't see it throw the.
You didn't see it use the acorn.
I'm just gonna hit in the face so many times. I just realized.
Yeah, because what's your passive perception?
9.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Squirrel rolled beast mode on his stealth.
Okay. I got nothing. But I am gonna move like that. Line us all up so in case someone were to
Wants
land
to
here.
do a
yeah.
chain lightning or something, you're all good.
It's a pretty good positioning.
All right.
Pretty good.
And I
Using
believe that takes us to the top of the round. Guillermo, you just got pelted in the face with a squirrel, and then after you noticed that, you got clocked upside the head with a rock.
Oh, is that blood? Is blood? I'm bleeding. I can bleed. Okay. and then I go. Not to you, because I know that you were trying to hit it and it ducked, and so now I'm pissed at it. Your mother's gonna. And I just pull out 2 motherfucking. I pull out a rapier and a short sword.
All right, this is basically like.
No, you know what? 1 dagger.
All right, so you said this is the dagger?
Yeah.
All right, this is basically like a butter knife that you've confiscated from somebody back in the past. But this is one of the meanest weapons you guys have seen in a while. As far as amongst imps, this is pretty savage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make your attack roll as you attempt to shank this pigeon.
So, it sees me, right?
Oh, it sees you. It sees you.
All right. So, what is my +6? That's a 9.
9 total?
Yeah.
Every single one of us is trying to hit it.
Pigeon's got an AC of. What the hell is his AC?
17.
No. Okay, 14. All right. Not as low as I thought, but yeah. So you go to stab it, and the thing fluffs its tail feathers right in your face, and you know that that's the business end of the pigeon, and so it kind of knocks you aside for a second as you try and dodge that end.
Great. Damn
But
it.
yeah,
Target has me. He's within 5 feet of me and Lenore, right?
yeah.
Okay, great. So then I get an advantage on the roll.
Oh.
No, I get extra. No.
Oh, that's your sneak attack. That's your extra damage.
I mean, technically.
Well, no, the target is there's 2 conditions. If it doesn't see me, I have advantage with the light or finesse weapon. Or if the target has an end within 5 feet, I get an extra 3 to 6. Oh, if I hit it. Never mind.
Yep.
So
close. But all right, Kat. We are now back to Lausian. Sorry, damn it.
So the pigeon is here.
Yes.
How close are these? If I make a 15-foot cone like this.
You can aim it. You can aim it so that you don't hit your friends.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
we lined up pretty well.
Go ahead and do
I'm
that.
gonna do
Yeah.
burning hands
Oh God! From out the.
out of the trees.
All right.
And
rocket
This is
down.
beautiful. Yeah. All right. So he's got to make a dex save, right? All right. Dex save for El Pigeon.
Not 20, right?
No, but goddamn, this is like God Pigeon over here. That was a natural 16 plus 2. 18, but he takes half damage.
right.
How much is half damage? Or how much is full damage?
Full damage is 3d6, so I'll do 3d6.
Go ahead and do your 3d6.
1, 3.
6,
Oh.
7. Plus 2 is 9, so that's 4.5.
Round it down.
Round down.
4.
Pigeon is. This pigeon is, as this blast of fire shoots out the log that you guys are like, what the hell just happened? The pigeon just ignites for a brief second as all the feathers on the side of its body just kind of burst into flame. And the pigeon just kind of flaps frantically for a couple seconds as it tries to gain its bearing. Looks around, has no idea what the hell just happened. It's still alive, It is cooked. It is barbecued. It is not much more than that because you guys have trouble hitting it apparently. But the pigeon is still standing, but it is looking really rough. So we now move on to the pigeon. The pigeon has his business end facing you.
Okay.
Pigeon's gonna use it. Pigeon is going to turn and lift his tail and
This sound is so funny.
does a 10 hit.
No.
All right, and having watched
I see
all
the,
of
I
these
see
other
the anus pucker, and I just roll out of the way.
yes, you've learned from all of these other poor misfortunate souls on the right side.
Thank you.
And fortunately,
That's an itchy you, Lenore. Okay, I was in the feeling. No!
and fortunately, you watch as the kind of like the like white and black like just kind of shoots out and over your head, arcing behind you, makes a nice little puddle. You think there might be like a shape in there, but you're not sure.
It's a Rorschach test. I see my mother's face.
And unfortunately, that's it. The pigeon is it's not liking its odds surrounded by you guys though. So the pigeon is actually going to try and take flight. Everybody who's within 5 feet of it gets an opportunity attack.
I bite you.
Bite it?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yep, I think you're within 5 feet.
You're in
Yep.
the tree.
No, you don't. Yeah, I just jump like not today, and I just like with like as if a pirate was like down a
sail?
Yeah, sail with a knife. That's exactly what I'm doing.
All right, so go ahead and roll if you have an opportunity attack. You can make
Give me the
a.
Yeah.
coin. Give me the coin. What'd you
Oh, I did a 25
Oh, yeah.
with my pet rod. I'm not missing it again.
get? Well, maybe I got a nat one.
A 10. Okay,
I
so
come out with my mace
yeah.
and I just.
as the mace gets kind of stuck in the opening of the tree, and you're like,
Yeah. Give me that coin.
where is that coin?
Threw it.
Yeah. At the bird.
All right. So let's see some teamwork between.
Damn it, tails natural one.
All right.
To me.
So,
That
yes.
coin is rigged.
No, I got it heads once. Give me 20.
So
No.
as
Yeah.
I really do. I enjoy this. So Jackie, you leap up and you say, "Oh, not today!" And you go to leap up, and as you do so, your hand kind of comes in front of all of a sudden that rock that clocked you in the face. You happen to notice that it's coming in the same trajectory, and you're too late. You can't quite pull your hand away as little Lenore smashes your hand against, like dagger and all, against the head of the pigeon as she just says, "No, bird," or whatever you said.
What do you say?
I think she just no.
Well, as that sound happens,
She sees a potential friend.
So do you push my dagger into its head with your rock like a hammer?
I mean,
Oh, I just want to smack
yeah,
the rod.
your hand is basically just in the way, so go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
All right. That's enough. All right, and she clocks the shit out of this pigeon, and your dagger or butter knife goes flying somewhere out there. Let's see where it goes flying.
Right next to you.
Drops right next to me.
All right. Well, so you drop your butter knife as you're like. The pigeon is now an unconscious, crumpled ruffle of kind of singed feathers on the floor in front of you. However, now
I go, yes! Celestian destroyed it!
From the tree? Yeah. It's a voice is emitting from the trunk of the tree.
she's kind of out now. She's like
I'm
half out.
I'm still, I'm trying to,
Head out,
I'm
like,
trying
yes!
to get a mace up.
Yeah, just head out of the tree. Yes!
All right. And now that has all happened, everything seems well and good until all of a sudden now the rest of you hear a chittering from up top. And it is now that you see the same creature that pelted Dawn Ash in the face
Jackie.
with an egg.
We'll get there.
It'll happen. And it now decides that it doesn't want to play games anymore. Elspeth, you look like you've been sitting relatively comfortably. And you're relatively small compared to, you know, some of the others maybe. All of a sudden, this rabid squirrel leaps out of the trees and attempts to sink its fangs into you. It is going to make 2 bite attacks against you. Does 13 hit?
It does.
Okay, alright. In that case, I'm gonna need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Alright. Well, the 13 doesn't really matter. The 9 does. So, as the squirrel leaps off of its tree branch and latches onto you, you see its mouth open up like this, its foam is like flying everywhere, and it clamps down right across your face. And as it does so, you feel not super good. Something feels weird. It's like maybe you just contracted some sort of disease. You're not 100% sure what it does, but it's probably not good. So just know that. You are going to be taking a grand total of 13 points of damage as the squirrel is now latched onto her face. So, next in line, Rusty.
I can only imagine it's fucking terrifying.
You do go next. That's right. I'm so sorry.
Left and right.
Well, I'm gonna.
Where is it? Is that is
It is.
Attached to her face.
Where is? Yes, that's the squirrel.
Okay.
So,
Can I move him over?
yes, there we go. All right. So
I'm
squirrel
going
is
to-
latched on.
Once again, I'm going to, this ghostly celestial hand is going to come out of my palm, and I'm going to try to like grab it and rip it off of me.
Okay. All right.
10.
10 total.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this squirrel is lithe and nimble, and it just kind of is so spastic with its movements that it just kind of crawls around to the other side and just chomps down again on the back of your neck, and you're just having trouble like reaching it.
I'm gonna try to get this vicious mockery thing to work. So I'm gonna take my trombone and I'm just gonna stick it in its face and go.
Okay, all right.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw on the squirrel.
I believe.
God damn.
Layla and Muerga.
Oh wait a second. What is your DC?
Oh crap. That's
He has a negative.
Okay, it is going to be I think it's 14.
Well, hot damn.
Really?
It just worked.
Oh,
So you stick your trombone in this squirrel's face and so what is the vicious mockery do? It is
2d4.
2d4 and then it's disadvantage on its next attack.
Yep.
All right.
Alright, that is 2d4 plus. I don't think it's anything close, but roll a 6.
All right. So is that 6 damage?
I think it's just. Yep, just
Excellent.
psychic
Just the
damage.
psychic. Okay.
And disadvantage on its next attack.
Beautiful. All right. In that case, we're moving back to the top of the round. Jackie Cutter, the squirrel has leapt down. You have now killed this pigeon. There's a squirrel in your path.
Does it see me?
The squirrel, I mean, it saw you already, but it seems to be going after somebody else.
So it's distracted.
It's distracted.
Would I be able to guys sneak?
If you land a hit.
Then I will.
It's a little judgy.
Can I move?
Nah, you're fine. Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my so I pick up my dag and put that back in.
That's just a piece of rebar.
No. I think I'll do it.
All right.
You son of a bitch. Wait a minute. I'll make you a nut. You can't refuse, which doesn't make any sense. I just roll. It's a 16.
16 will hit. All right. So go on ahead and roll your damage and your sneak attack damage, which I guess is 3d6.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. I am gonna
All
murder
right.
kill this fucking
Shanked this squirrel.
Jeez, I've never this many dice. I've never done this.
Isn't it fun?
It's so much fun. I know you're like, fuck you! Oh man. Oh my god. 5, 6, 5, 3 plus 3. So that is 16, 19, 22 damage.
You get this squirrel good. That is one of the. You feel like whatever you just hit in that squirrel you did some serious damage. That is probably one of the most impressive feats of imp strength that you guys have ever seen. Oh yeah, no, squirrel's still alive.
Oh, it's alive? It's not even dead?
It's not dead. You
Yeah.
get this
And
thing's
then
rapid
I
in the size of
sink
you
deep into
guys.
its ribs, and I lean into its ear, and I go, "Never see it coming." And then I bonus action, fucking cunning action into a hide.
I
Okay.
saw that. I'm gonna keep recording that to memory because I'm gonna play that back as a minor illusion later for Belial because that shit was amazing.
Look at that shit.
So-
Instant replay.
Yeah.
As you are using your cunning action, are you disengaging or are you
I'd
stealth?
like to hide.
Okay, so you'd like to hide? Are
Yeah.
you staying where you are?
It doesn't even hide.
Well, I mean, I imagine, is there like, what's it called? The Citrus,
I mean, so if you're in here,
try this,
What?
try this, like dead earth, dead rotting
Oh,
stuff.
there's, I mean, pine needles and stuff, but not like huge amount.
I'm tiny, we're smaller than birds. Like, you kidding? We're like the size
You're the
of
size
weasel.
of you're the size of birds.
Oh.
around here. Bushes.
But yeah, so
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
sure, that's
You have to move
You have to
away.
disengage.
all right, yeah, because that's the problem.
Or
It
like an
might try and
opportunity
bite your face.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so if you're staying close to it, go ahead and stealth. If you want to get away, I recommend disengaging. But
Okay, then disengage.
Okay, all right. So hop to wherever you want, and he won't make an attack of opportunity.
Behind the bush.
All right, and that brings us to Cat, I believe. Kitty Cat, let's see what you got.
Well, I'm going to hide again
Go ahead.
inside this tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot a sneaky arrow.
Ooh, shoot a sneaky arrow. Okay, all right. Go ahead and shoot a sneaky arrow.
And as it goes through the air, it goes,
I wasn't.
Oh, it's not gonna it's a 10.
That's a 10. All right. Yeah, that one goes right past. Unfortunately, you keep kind of like sticks out of the tree
Maybe not
behind.
into
Yeah, not into anybody else. Anything else?
I go, shoot!
bonus action to shoot.
All right.
Yeah.
Little Lenore, there is a new friend on the battlefield.
With her object interaction, she's going to reach down and pick up the wing of her one new friend and just hold it. And then with the other, she is going to cast Toll the Dead.
All right. So this little like ghostly, creepy, ethereal like bell sounds, and
Oh, 9.
9 does not actually hit. The rest of you guys are kind of creeped out by it though. It's like that creepy horror movie like that, yeah, that sort of thing kind of sounds
I
out.
was like, oh, my mommy's the best thing when I go to bed. It's just beautiful music.
All right.
It's not really haunting for us. This is more like a lullaby.
So it is the squirrel's turn now.
I'm creepy to everyone though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of got
The way you
creeped by
did
it.
it was fucked up, but it was beautiful music. Like,
All right, so the squirrel is now really pissed off. He doesn't want to let go of Elspeth's head, so he still stays kind of like latched onto the head. But he is going to, and you watch as 3 acorns kind of pop out of his giant cheeks, and he is going to hurtle all 3 of them at you.
behind the bush. That was engaged. Going behind the bush.
Oh, you did go behind the bush.
Disappeared into the brush.
All right. Instead, he is going to shrug, and he's going to look at you, and he's going to pop you in the face 3 times with an acorn.
God damn.
Disadvantage on the first.
Disadvantage on the first, which, let's see if it saves you.
Fucking.
Does a 13? Oh, okay, all right. So you are going to take a decent chunk of damage. You are going to take 19 total damage as it just continues to slam this acorn into your face over and over and over. So Elspeth, you're not having a good
It's
day.
like, fucking like what if American History X scene or like.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
So,
it's like fucking.
Kristen, this is time for revenge. You're
Alright, I'm
you're
gonna
fed
try
up
to-
with
I'm
this.
going to try to Eldritch Blast this asshole off of me.
All right.
He's asshole.
Yes.
This is asshole.
Oh!
It's not 20, but
All right, these are the
Disappointing.
moments. All right.
oh hell no.
Oh wow!
Yes!
You
wait, yeah, oh yeah!
Yes! Alright, so I crit.
Alright,
I
so you
again.
crit. So go ahead and roll 2d10.
You really put it in its asshole?
Yes.
Now? I mean, come on, not 20?
That's 7 plus 1, that's 8.
Okay, alright. So 8 damage, and don't forget, you get another Eldritch Blast
I
also.
do. Alright, well, I'm going to try to
So go ahead and roll as... Do you want them both to go in the same place?
Yes, and that's going to be 8, 19,
Yeah, they will both go. Go ahead and roll one more d10.
6.
Alright, so grand total of 14 damage.
It was...
Sorry, 15, you're right. Yep.
9.
Alright, so 15 damage. Up the poor squirrel's butt. Elspeth, how do you want to do this?
I think she just did.
You want to describe this in graphic detail?
You ever seen Oz on HBO? Sorry.
I'm just going to gently put my hand right underneath his tail and let loose 2 Eldritch Blasts. They are going to go directly up through his digestive system and out his mouth.
And I'm gonna peek my head out
Out
of
his
the brush
rabid
and go,
fucking mouth.
you turn off your powering system. What are you doing?
And yeah, the rest of you guys watching this squirrel see just this like eldritch energy just erupt from the squirrel's mouth and eyes and ears as it's just kind of smoldering on the inside, you imagine, and just kind of like twitches as it falls limp. And enjoy that.
I'm gonna jump out of the tree and go, yes! With Celestia's help,
All right.
killed the beast.
And with that, and actually perfect timing with the
Yeah.
combat music, you guys have won your first battle on the mortal plane. Hot
7
damn.
points left.
And cold damn, too.
So, you guys were heading which direction?
Lenore's gonna go pick up her squirrel and take its hand, and she's dragging 2 dead animals.
So, question to the DM.
Yes.
We have no healing ability besides, I believe,
I have some.
the cleric and you do.
Yeah.
Does eating carcasses as an imp in hell?
Each thing that you consume, because I think this is a fun way to do it, each thing that you eat that doesn't poison you, you can regain a hit point from. But you can only do it like once per period. So if you want to get like a
I already
hit point
ate.
back
I already
right now,
ate like half of that pigeon when it's shot.
go ahead and give yourself back a hit point if anybody else wants to partake in.
Let's say we can probably take a nice rest here, maybe,
And that's also true. You guys are able
I think we
to.
should take a rest at some point.
Yeah, I think.
How about the
Probably
whole
good
tree
idea.
there? Celestia has picked out for us.
Yeah.
There's lots of room.
Law, quick question. How does your god feel about us killing angels?
Oh, shit.
There were demons.
They were clearly, none of us have feathers. Only angels have feathers, and that I have read in books. They usually,
The angels are white.
that is extremely prejudiced. But I will not,
Well, the
Not
big
sure.
creature at the end didn't have.
oh, that was not an angel. That was a fucking hellspawn. I don't know what the hell.
You want to kidnap a baby.
I agree. I'm just saying, if you want to get your story straight, if you're gonna be killing angels, but then like saving a baby, you gotta make sure you know
All
what
I'm
you're doing.
saying is Celestia is on our side, and if something's hostile towards us, then it must die.
What if the baby is hostile towards us? And then
Yeah.
maybe Belial needs that so that I got nothing else.
That would be the solution to our problem.
There you go. See,
If the
I knew
baby's
it.
an asshole,
They're fine now. They're gonna be my friends. They're okay.
what are you doing with
Well,
them?
you know what, can I
I
ask
didn't
Oh,
say
I've,
that.
I've
Can I
got the
animate
bird in one
them?
hand and the squirrel in the other hand, and I'm just carrying them.
Oh,
Dragging them, really.
Right. Fair enough.
Not
That's,
animate
are you that
I
strong?
totally forgot. I have Dark One's blessing, so
I'm really not
I
strong.
can reduce hostile. If I reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, I gain temporary hit points equal to the
Charisma plus. Go ahead and take your hit points, girl.
Alright.
Temporary to how long?
Temporary hit points. I think they.
Oh, they last to rest, right?
I think they last.
So it's like
yeah.
if you could go over your max.
Exactly. You can go over, but they're like they basically just don't heal back. It's like you just get those.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit bloated. I could use a little bit of rest. My fucking nose is on fire. Which, Lenore, I do sincerely apologize. It's amazing that you fought ice with fire. It really worked, and I get the message. The symbolism was very on the nose, if you do mind me saying so myself.
She's just gonna stare blankly into your eyes. No response.
Go ahead. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I just read this for the record? So, little Lenore's background is the haunted one, and she gets Heart of Darkness. Those who look into your eyes can see you have faced unimaginable horror, and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners extend every courtesy and do their utmost to help you, unless you have shown yourself da-da-da-da-da, which isn't really going to play, but it's like the perfect explanation for her.
What is a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's a 0.
You feel as little Lenore looks at you with these big, blank, lifeless eyes, you just feel like this discomfort, like a chill runs down your spine as you're just kind of like...
Do I see my ultimate fear?
I will say, yeah, you see me.
Okay, then I see myself penniless, 30, in the gutter.
30?
Yeah.
30, please.
30. I see myself as a 30-year-old imp. But I'm penniless and I have nothing left. My pockets just moths fly out. And I'm freaking out. As people that I knew, especially Sprinkles, walks by and goes, "Keep the change," and he flicks me in the face. And that's what I see.
Beautiful. All right, yeah.
That's
So,
as I just back away and I go, "Get the hell away from me!"
yeah, you guys see that Jackie's a little shook, but you look at Lenore and you're like, okay, I get it.
Is it night time?
Is it night time? You guys taking a rest?
I'm all for a rest.
Do we do
Alright.
a long rest? Do we do a short rest?
That's up to you.
Not with that. Not with that fucking
I'll
creature.
stand guard. I'm pretty okay. I'm gonna
You
do
liked her a minute ago. She was
It's
your...
like a
I was
pity
gonna say
fear.
you're not terrified.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're
a
not.
pity fear.
You're not terrified of her. You just know that now you associate her with that awful,
Okay, with that
awful
image.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Look,
I'm just
look.
gonna while you guys are doing your thing, I'm gonna go lay down in this tree.
I'm gonna
When you speak up, Law, I look at you and I go, "Look, we're gonna find that baby. We're gonna give it to the boss, and we're gonna get famous. We're gonna get rich, and everyone's gonna know our names, and we're never gonna be fucking hungry, and we're always gonna have gold in our pocket. Okay? That's what we're doing. Fuck your god."
I mean, yeah, that's what we're doing. Now, why
All
you gotta
I'm
reiterate?
saying is, I feel like it might be a trick. That's all I'm saying.
No, can't be. He promised. He's all knowing. He'll give us what we want. It's fine.
I cast Rusty's tiny hut. Because I'm a bitch like that, and I'm gonna rename all my spells because that's how I am.
Awesome. All right. So you guys watch Rusty. How does this appear? How do you want it to look?
It looks like a rock, like a giant rock in.
Literally like that guy.
And
It's gonna be cozy.
I just take my trombone and go.
And just like blow out a rock.
Yeah, just like
Like a soap bubble.
at the end.
Just an air
At first,
mattress.
I was gonna say, at first you guys think that there's just some shit stuck in his trombone, but eventually it kind of like
It's bubble
Yeah.
solution. That's what we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah. And I just.
and you guys,
Ta-da!
It's a fucking rock.
I push him in.
Whoa!
you go through, and all of a sudden, back home, it feels like you're back in hell. The temperature's like,
It's nice.
yeah, it's like warm. I mean, warm, like 300 degrees warm.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's got that ambiance of home. You feel very comfortable. So who else goes in?
What do we... Oh, never mind.
Go in.
Going in? Is everybody going in the rock?
Ta-da!
I'm a
I
bit
keep saying.
curious. I'm going in.
All right. This
Gonna
is
pop my head out of the tree. And I amble over.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go in.
Step
I'm
on
gonna go
it.
in, but I'm gonna keep watch.
all
So I
right.
don't need to rest.
All right. Well, hey,
There's things in here.
as you guys are laying down, the soft, dulcet tones of his trombone start to lullaby you guys off to sleep. your first full night, your first
Is that the
actual
funeral
night of
march? Is
survival
that our-
in the mortal realm.
Oh, sweet. Sweet lullaby.
And you know what, guys? I think that's where we are going to end it tonight. We're going to cut out right there, but tune in next week because we're going to be back literally about 10 minutes from now in our time. But we're going to be back. So anyway, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Stay tuned to our regularly scheduled programming coming back in a couple weeks after the one-shots are all done. And I hope you guys enjoyed.
9th, I believe.
September 9th?
9th, I believe.
September 9th. Mark it on your calendars. But until then, we'll see you in a little bit. Bye, guys!
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you.